because if I find something that they like and it's something I like, then yeah, that's how we do the conversation.
In the Carousel Studios in Hollywood, California, it's the Cara Carousel show. The talk show where VTubers talk about VTuber stuff. To be a guest, go to vupechat.com, click the Start Chatting Now button, and you might have an opportunity to talk with Cara. With over 800 guests and counting, you could be next.
Right, why are you in the kitchen?
Because I'm a woman.
Get ready for the wacky.
So what made you decide to become a VTuber?
Well, the people that made me decide to become a VTuber are canceled now, so...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get ready for the funny.
I can't zoom in that far. Hold on, see how far I can zoom in with my eyes. Hold on, let's see. Hold on.
I see more boob than I do eyes.
Get ready for the laughs.
You alright? Oh, there go my keys. My keys fell off my desk. That's what happened.
And now, please welcome
Cara Carousel. All right, cut this crap off. All right. All right, somebody turn these lights off. All right, how you doing? How you doing, everybody? Yeah, I love doing this show, man. Holy crap. Putting the perks of being a DJ is to hopefully that song doesn't get muted, because, I don't know, but we'll find out when this show is over today. But anyway, welcome to the Cara Carousel show. It is Sunday, January 11th, 2026, and it is 44 degrees here in where the hell we at? 33 in Tokyo, 61 in Los Angeles, 43 in London, and 32 in Chicago. It's great to see everybody in here, and we got a whole bunch of familiar faces. Hey, how you doing a little bit? How you doing? We got a first-time chatter, Insane Kyrie. I don't know who. Hopefully, I don't remember who you are, but welcome in. And I see we got Sadie, who shocked us. Like, oh, that was a talk show earlier, last week. It was hilarious. But anyway, yeah, this is the Cara Carousel show, the vupechat talk show where I talk to people like we're on a talk show. But anyway, oh boy, hopefully you guys had a good Saturday, and we're getting ready to get back into the work week. Here on Voop, or here for the 9 to 5s. And if you don't work a 9 to 5, hopefully you get that 9 to 5. All right, let's get started with the show advertisements. These are not real sponsors, just for the bit, all right? Calm down.
The Cara Carousel show is brought to you by VupeChat, the website where you can chat with VTubers, express your original self, and meet new friends. And by Baltimore, Maryland. There's more than murder here. And by
I don't
Powerade,
get to every single time.
the official sports drink of the
We
Cara
actually have
Carousel
Powerade
show.
today.
And by Duolingo, the world's most popular way to learn a new language.
Shout out to Duolingo and in Portuguese. All right, let's get to what we're doing here. All right, so yeah, here we go. This is VoopChat for freaking those who are unfamiliar. But yeah, you can see we got a lot of people we talked to. We talked to a lot of people yesterday, and we're about to do it again today. And if you want, I am on the favorites list for the VTuber list, whatever, freaking. They also just added a whole bunch of games lists. So yeah, I'm on here too. So if you want to, CARA, there I am right there. So yeah, anytime I'm online, the VoopChat website will let you know. It's like, hey, your favorite VTubers online. Go check them out. Go chat with them right now. All right, let's go. Let's see who we run into today. If we run into new people at all. I gotta give a shout out to Aruri. She was streaming earlier. She was streaming VoopChat earlier, and we hit 800. I've talked to 800 different people. Uh-oh.
Well. You.
Yes.
The Cara Carousel show.
Indeed, it is the Cara Carousel show.
Just remember, everyone, Sweet Hug says hello.
Yeah, well, she's currently doing real life stuff right now. I gotta see if she's all right.
Fair. Yes, welcome in.
But yeah, we ran into Aruri. That was hilarious. She got caught off guard with the talk show.
Dude, it still catches me off guard. I was literally in my other program and I hear that. I'm like, well, I know who just messaged me. It's like, I heard the thing. I know what time it is.
It's like, I've never been on a talk show. Well, you about to be on one now. It's like, I've never been on a talk show before. You're gonna be on one today.
You're gonna be on one and you don't get a choice, and that's how it goes.
You're gonna be on one. Yeah, freaking. Yo, did you see the question of the day yesterday?
No, I didn't. I was too busy yesterday.
On the VoopChat Discord, the question of the day was, hold on, let me scroll back. I gotta scroll up. Hold on.
My neck joint is
hilarious.
Still
freaking. Yeah, the question of the day: if you could host a talk show, who would be your first guest?
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Okay,
yeah,
it was that question. Okay.
I
thought you said that was today's question.
No, that was yesterday's.
Oh, okay. Then I must have misheard you earlier. That was my own fault.
That was yesterday's question, and I got tagged like 3 times. I'm like,
I see. Give me 1 second as well.
Okay.
My screen's about to disappear for a second because I need to restart my program because my neck hurts.
Get rid of all the models on there. Use one model. That's probably why your computer's frying up.
Oh no, it's not that. It's that my camera tracked me at the one possible moment where I have to look up to keep my face staring at you, or it looks down so much and it hurt my neck.
Hey, oh.
Yeah, that's why you saw me constantly moving just now.
Hey, oh, okay.
Yeah, when the camera tracks at the worst possible angle, you have no choice but to fix it. Yeah, I'd rather not have to be staring up at the ceiling while talking to people. That would just feel weird.
Yeah, it probably would be. I mean, considering you probably aren't even looking at them.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like a dick being like, "Hi, how you doing? By the way, I'm not looking at you."
You know what the person looks like.
Yeah, I'd feel like a total douche. Okay, the tracking is activating in 3, 2, hopefully 1.
Oh, the light's fixed.
There we go.
All right.
That's better.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we gotta give a shout out to Aruri, who was streaming vupechat like 3 hours
Fucking
ago.
10 a.m., bro.
Yeah,
that
10 a.m. But she lives in Malaysia, so you know.
It caught me off guard, but it was kind of fun, honestly.
Yeah, I was just preparing my show, and all of a sudden I'm like, why is there people streaming vupechat? I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
like,
and then me and Cara is in a VC. I think it was, who was the last person with us in the VC? I think it was Keo, if I remember the name correctly.
Keon. Yeah, he was in there.
Keon,
yeah, I'm like, you know what? Time to ambush, and that's exactly what it is. So,
we all jumped him. That was fun.
Aruri is the 800th person that I've talked to. I'm counting that as an interview on vupechat. So 800. So we hit the 800 mark, and it was not televised, but I
have one.
It'll be on her stream
today.
It'll be on her stream though.
Single target.
Yeah, it'll be. Wait, who's that?
I'm going to catch Azuma today.
Oh, the Crimson.
Yes.
Oh, God, that's bad. I know who you talking about. I am the vupechat ho.
Regulars, what can we say?
I am officially the vupechat ho. Everybody knows me here. Good Lord, that's crazy.
Man, imagine not knowing the Cara Carousel of the Cara Carousel show, the vupechat Emporium.
If you're not a regular, then you're probably not going to. But as soon as they see that, it's like, oh yeah, did you talk? I was talking to an elf. That was our talk show, and then and the regulars like, oh, you were talking to Cara, weren't you? It's like, yeah.
You know what? If I find a new person, I'm gonna say, watch out for the elf on the shelf at the talk show.
Yeah, just say there's an elf that's gonna be interviewing you, so be ready. Just say that.
I will let you catch the next person. I know there's at least one new person already. I've already run into one, so good luck.
Hey, all right. Okay. They'd be like, all right, everybody watch out. There's an elf with a talk show. He's gonna interview you. He's gonna talk about you. He's gonna ask you questions and everything.
Hello?
You good?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
You sure?
Most likely. There was definitely a tongue twist this morning. Because of that, my voice is kind of clanky. Aside from that, everything good.
Okay.
Can you tell me, like, how does this platform kind of work? Because I just got here.
Well, vupechat is Omega for VTubers, and you get to talk to VTubers.
Oh.
Yeah.
And aside from that?
That's about it. But to make things more interesting, I turned my vupechats into a talk show known as the Cara Carousel Show, the talk show where we talk with VTubers about VTuber stuff. I'm Cara. You're not a VTuber, are you?
I am actually, like, but mostly I use just PNG video.
Okay, so you're kind of a VTuber.
Not majorly focused on it. So mostly I just upload shots with my audio, and that's it. Call it a day.
Okay, so you decide to
I like
hop
your
on
energy
here.
though, like.
No, well, yeah, you kind of have to have that energy. You better, yeah.
It's like that FM radio. Welcome to FM radio. Today we'll be announcing, like, that kind of voice.
Yeah, I got a radio voice, so I'm using it for that. Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. So, can I ask, like, for how long have you been VTubing?
About a year.
About a year. Well, that's great.
Yeah, a little over a year.
So you like stream mostly on Twitch or something?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now. You are on national television right now, or national Twitch right now. Yeah, it's my talk show.
Well, that's lovely.
Called the Cara Carousel Show. So you're not a VTuber though.
Not. You can count me like a semi-VTuber as of right now.
I mean, PNG.
Like sometimes I use my models, sometimes I don't.
I kind of count PNGs as a VTuber.
Okay, sure. Thanks a
All right,
bunch.
all right, what's your name? What's your name?
Oh, my name is Titanium.
Iron Titanium.
You can just call me Titanium. That's nice.
Oh, Tanium, not titanium.
Yeah.
Tanium. Okay, we'll just put PNG and okay. So what made you decide to do the whole PNG thing? How'd you come up with how'd you come up with the name?
Oh, randomly popped up. Actually, I just mixed some words together, and I was like, yeah, that sounds all right.
Okay, now do you stream? Do you stream or what do you do?
Nah, mostly. So, have you heard of Wuthering Waves? I mean, of course you have.
Wandering Waves.
Wuthering Waves, a gacha game.
Yeah, I know what it is. I've heard of it.
Oh yeah, so exactly. I mostly upload like shorts of the game,
Oh,
and sometimes videos too.
like combat shorts.
You can say kind
You
of
doing like
gameplay or
you
some
doing like
content
a
bits.
whole bunch of damage. Look how much damage I did with this build or something like that. Probably something like that.
Not likely, but yeah, you are almost there. It's
Oh,
almost
okay.
like related around the content that is connected to Wuthering Waves and kind of stuff. So, what
Okay.
games do you mostly play? Like battle royale or stuff?
Well, stream wise, we kind of try to play a mix of everything. But I mean, I play MMOs. We got a little bit of the automation games. Everything but hard. But there's this one guy that wants me to try this horror game, and it looks cool though. So I might have to try that game out.
buddy, trust me, I hate horror games myself.
Yeah, I don't do horror
Some
games.
people have been like
I piss my
trying to
pants.
test me out. Exactly, not my cup of tea.
Yeah, it's you can play it together. I'm like, okay. It's like Alien or whatever.
Okay, so rapper
Or
and stuff.
what's the name of this game? Hold on, I got it on my Steam thing. I just downloaded the demo. Freaking goddamn it! Was Species Unknown.
Oh, okay.
That's the name of this. It literally came out a few months ago. There's a demo of it. I'm gonna try out the demo, and
Sounds
might do
great.
some might have to do collabs with a horror game, which I never thought. I'm breaking my limit or breaking my horror code no, I guess.
Well, that's nice. I will also try horror games maybe in the future, but not right now.
Yeah, freaking I gotta
The last time I tried it, I almost got a shock. Like,
yeah, see,
I still cannot get over it.
I can see me now having a heart attack from a jump scare.
Exactly.
I don't need that. I'm too old.
Well, it was lovely chatting to you.
Yeah.
Have a nice day, mate.
All right. Well, you have a nice one, and I'm counting this. So you're 801.
Oh, sure. Thanks a
All
bunch.
right. Okay. See you later. You have a nice one now. He's like, I'm not a
Attention.
VTuber.
A
I'm like,
viewer
okay.
says hello and has received a studio stamp for the day.
Hey, Zeta, how are you? And more fresh meat.
I'm scared.
What you gotta be scared of?
Oh my gosh.
What you gotta be scared of? What's there to be scared of?
I don't know. There's like a robotic voice and it said, "Stand by. You are on the Cara Carousel
Yeah,
show."
you're a guest on the Cara Carousel show. What's wrong? You never been on a talk show?
Nope.
Well, you're about to be on one now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Cara Carousel show. The talk show where we talk with
Attention.
VTubers
A viewer
about
says
VTuber
hello
stuff.
and has received a studio stamp
I'm
for the
sadly
day.
not a VTuber.
God damn it! It's the second one in a row. All right, so what brings you in here then?
I was bored and my parents are fighting.
Hey,
So,
shouldn't you be out the house if your parents are fighting?
well, I physically can't just walk out on them when they're yelling at each other, so I'm just sitting in my room with my door closed now.
Okay. As long as you don't hear no gunshots, you should be okay.
That-
Hey,
was the worst
you
thing
brought up
you
your
could
parents were fighting. I'm just filling in the gaps. You were like, oh, my parents are fighting. Like, as long as you don't hear no gunshots, yeah, you brought it up.
Okay, now first of all, you have the manliest of voices.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Okay.
a guy using a female model, so
Yeah, it confuses my brain, bro.
that's the general idea, is to be silly.
Oh.
You thought you were gonna be on VoopChat to meet some lovely people. I mean, I'm a lovely person, I guess. I don't know. That's debatable depending on So you hopped on VoopChat. Why exactly?
To avoid reality.
Okay. So what is your name though? Am I really gonna use user 737? I'm not even gonna use that. I'm not gonna use that as a name. You just made a random ass name. You just came on here. Think, oh, let's talk to some people. Then you run into me. You got scared by the robot voice, and now you're freaked out that there's a guy with a sexy model in front of you.
Why are you so accurate?
Because you're not the first one that's been freaked out.
Oh, I knew.
And you won't be the last.
I'm kind of questioning something now.
Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna be really rude on my end, so I'm sorry. Your voice makes you sound like an old man.
Well, I kind of am an old man. So
Oh,
I can't really. I mean, I kind of am. I kind of am an old man, but come on, you gotta admit this is funny though.
Okay, so I'm gonna be nicknaming you old man instead of just Cara. So
Okay.
hello, old man.
Hello, user 737-167.
Call me user.
All right,
Just user.
Oh my God, you gotta come up with a better name than that.
Okay, then call me LR. There you go.
LR.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's my initials.
But you're not a VTuber.
No, sadly not.
Okay. All right, you know what? We're counting this. Fuck it. And there they go. I scared them away. I don't get it. I'm like, all right. What do you expect? Coming on, you people come on vupechat to meet people, and when they meet me, they get terrified, right, jerk?
Absolutely, it's very intimidating.
And I'm a very intimidating person, apparently.
Standing at a strong 5'6", it's very intimidating.
Well, technically, this character is, well, lore-wise, she's 6 feet tall.
Even more terrifying.
And what's
can't believe she has 6 feet.
Yeah, she is 6 feet tall.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
all six of them.
I
only have 2 feet.
Yeah, 6 feet. 6 feet tall and about 175 pounds. I think that's where I put her. 175. I wanted to make her thick but not fat. I didn't want her in the 200 mark.
Hey, it's all up for preference, I suppose.
Yeah, she's thick, so yeah, 175. Yeah, perfect weight for a thick girl right there.
Damn, thicker than a bowl.
Or thicker than cold peanut butter.
That's a different one.
You know, hold on. We gotta tighten this in. Ideal weight. I'm actually hold on. For thick. I'm actually literally typing this in. Ideal weight for thick women. Okay.
All right, let me go ahead and scrub
170. All right, we're good. See, all right. So there we go. Average height 170. All right, so we're good.
Average height is 170?
Average height for women in this country is 170. Boy, we are some fat ass motherfuckers. Oh.
I can't believe they measure height by 170.
Yeah, average. Yeah, that's what it says right here. In the U.S., is 170 pounds. Yeah. So.
Man. Wow, then makes me feel much better about myself.
So she is the ideal weight.
Perfect.
All right.
Have a good one.
Okay. What? I have no idea what's going on. It's just breezing through people. Scared 2 people, and then here we are. What do you mean, oh God?
Hey, hello, Carol.
It's like, oh God, here he comes again. It's the He's like, oh God, I gotta talk to Cara. He's gonna ask me questions and everything. That's what he does.
No, do me a favor. Do me a favor and try to wake me up. I'm still kind of sleepy.
Wait, did you go to? Wait. What do you mean you're still kind of sleepy?
a little. I just woke up, but like I'm like not sleepy, but like
So why are you on
like
VoopChat if you just woke up? Go get something to eat.
No, I already ate it. Just I'm still feeling it. I haven't gotten coffee. I can't get coffee because it like caffeine is too much for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then why not get you ain't got no fruit?
I got fruit.
Go get some. Yeah, sugar rush should help. I think, depending on what kind of fruit
probably.
you have.
I mean, I got bananas.
I just had a banana. Bananas are awesome.
Heck yeah.
They're good. They're good for muscle aches, actually.
Yeah.
If you got a muscle ache, get you a few of them joints. You're good.
The potassium.
Yeah, that potassium in there. Oh yeah, it works out perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, it works out. It's fantastic.
I'll get that in a bit, though. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I scared a new person with my voice.
Oh, you scared them?
Yeah, I scared them.
Oh shit.
Yeah, scared them. I don't know. Well, I mean, when you see this model, you don't think you're gonna hear a male voice, so.
I mean, honestly, like I kind of dig it. I really dig it.
It's hilarious. And I mean, she wasn't a VTuber, so it's like, yo, your voice scared the hell out of me. And then the alert didn't help either. the sound alert.
Oh, the little like bot.
Yeah, my little sound alert. She was like, "Oh God, what's going on?" I'm like, what you got to be scared of?"
Nah. But yeah, cool.
But yeah, so that has been the show so far.
Just getting scared by like your voice.
We scared a couple new people that aren't VTubers. We scared a new person. Made them laugh obviously, but then it's like you are the fifth. Well, no, technically fourth, fifth. We're counting you as the fourth person today so far.
All right.
Yeah. So far today,
nice.
We actually started a little later. Usually, Sundays, it's kind of slow.
I mean, yeah, probably there's people who are like doing their stuff on the weekends.
Yeah. So in about an hour or so, it'll pick back up, or it'll pick up. It'll be more volume coming in.
Yeah. Lots of interesting people.
Yeah, hopefully. Now I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me see. I gotta see what's going on next Saturday. See who are gonna be the guests. Who's gonna be the guests? I'm like, ooh, that's more people than they still.
I mean, they still haven't announced somebody yet, right?
No, they'll do it maybe a few days before. Usually. But I was looking
at like Twitter the other day, and it seems like Camilla was like kind of interested in like doing something for. Yeah, she said something about doing it offline.
Oh, where she's not streaming it.
Yeah, when she's not streaming. Yeah, she doesn't want to stream it though.
Yeah.
You see this?
Oh no, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna stream that shit. I usually stream all my Voop chats. I haven't. There's been maybe a couple that I haven't streamed, but I was on vacation, so I'm like I wasn't trying to stream anything. It was look, funny enough, it was on the Tuesday and Thursday where I'm usually working. So.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
you somehow put it in.
Yeah. So in about 3 weeks, I'll probably be doing a Voop chat week for me. So I'll do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be be tired as hell too.
You're gonna be talking to a whole bunch of people. That's for sure.
Streaming all Voop chat all week.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'll see you later.
See you, man.
All right.
Take care.
Yeah, go eat something.
Yeah, I will.
All right. Okay. All right. Who are we gonna scare today? Oh, it's Sakachu.
Well.
Yes.
Goodness. Give me a second.
You're high. You're on top of the bookshelf, and now you're over. What are you doing?
I'm coming. Ah, this table. Ah!
Hey, oh, uh-oh.
I'm here. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Doing all right. Hanging in there. Having a good ass time.
That's good.
Scaring people away.
Well, how dare you scare people away?
Well, I didn't intend to. I literally just talked to them. It's like, hey, how's it going? And they're like, oh, and like they heard the voice, and it was like, wait a minute now.
They're like, oh no.
And then the alert kind of scared people too.
Yeah, that surprised me the other day. I'm like, hold on.
You're like, wait a minute, how you get that?
I need to get that. I'll donate. I need to wait until I finish paying first my bayonet and panels before I end up like doing something custom like this.
Oh, that's right. You still got a debut and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got until the end of March. That's when the thing ends.
I got time.
Yeah, you got until the end of March before you can donate $100 to vupechat, where you too can have your own custom alert. #ad.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I need to ask Hydro though. How was my founder badge, huh? I was here too.
Did you donate to get the badge?
Oh wait, I didn't see the option to.
Yeah, you could donate. It was like $25.
I didn't see the option to. I checked it like last time too. And I didn't see it. I'm like, I want people to know I was also here. I was here with the dawn of time.
Yeah, for me it'll be. When did I start? In May. I started May of last year.
I need to remember when I started because I know I sent the picture to Hydro where I was. Hold on, where was I? Because what year was it? Was it 2024? It was 2024.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, wait, how long has vupechat been around? I actually have no idea.
Oh, I joined vupechat on July 13th, 2024.
Oh, dang, it's been out that long?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay, I did
I was
not
like,
know that.
What? It feels like forever.
Okay. Yeah, that's news to me.
Yeah. It was really fun back then though too. It was so calming. Not that much people, but I'm glad there's more people getting into vupechat. That means more new friends.
And more people to interrogate on the Cara Carousel show.
And more people to like skip you because they don't want to see you.
They don't want to see
the ocean.
You're like, oh crap, it's the elf. I ain't talking to him. Oh yeah, it happens. I get skipped quite a few times too.
Yeah. But at least vupechat is being manageable now. I'm not crashing as much as last time. Like I remember when Merryweather and Hazumi were here, vupechat was crashing so much.
Yeah, everybody wanted to talk to Merryweather and the other person.
I just wanted to talk to everybody. I did match with Hazumi.
Same with me. I'll talk to everybody.
Yeah, I matched with Hazumi, but then I crashed.
Oh.
And then there was this other time I matched with what's her name? She's also a porcelain, she's like porcelain made, but she was another porcelain with angel wings. What's her name?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
I forgot her name, but I was almost close to matching with her, but she crashed on her end.
Yeah, I like talking with everybody.
Yeah, like there's so many. Even though my anxiety would be like, no people. But I love meeting with new people because the more you meet people, the more you connect, the more you can vibe, and who knows, you guys can become best friends in the future and do some VTuber together.
And that's what vupechat is all about, ladies and gentlemen. She nailed it in a nutshell. That is kind of what vupechat is all about.
Very much so. So don't be a skipper. We'll
there
catch you live.
vupechat, don't be a skipper. Might have to use that as the new slogan. See you later. vupechat, don't be a skipper. That might have to be the new slogan. Maybe, I don't know. For the Cara Carousel show, it's brought to you by VoopChat. Don't be a skipper. And goddamn it, we gotta go up against the Surge Lord. What if I want to be? No, why would you want to be a skipper? Trip. What's the lyrics to that song? The Gilligan's Island? Oh yeah, we gotta face the Surge Lord. All right, bring it, Surge Lord. I gotta remember patterns. Okay, 1, 2. Hooray, we did it. Okay. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. All right. Left, right, right, left. Okay, all right. Left, up, down, down, up. Left, up, down, down, up. Hey! Oh God, I'm confused. Wait, uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're lost. Uh-oh. Shit. Is it this one? No! Wait, where my buzz at? Where my buzz at? We fucked up. We didn't fuck. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Hold on. We messed up, guys. No, I don't want to try again, Mr. Surge Lord. You got me this time. You won't get me again. You will not get me again. And did the browser crash? No, we're good. Okay. Why would you want to be a skipper? All right, shh. What?
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
We're doing all right. Did the alert scare you?
I thought I was being invaded.
No, you're not being invaded. Nope. What the alert told you is you're on a talk show known as the Cara Carousel Show, the talk show where we talk with VTubers about VTuber stuff. Yeah, you're on a talk show.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty set. I
It's
adore
freaking
it.
awesome. It's talk show. But anyway, I'm Cara Carousel. I am a Babaniku elf Gyaro VTuber. Now, tell the folks at home what's your name and what kind of VTuber are you?
My name is Scribble, and I am a blue tiger moth.
Scribble. Oh, Scribble. Oh, look at that, Scribble. Okay, Scribble. Oh, is that a real kind of? Is that an actual type of moth?
Yeah, it's a real type of moth. They're one of the only blue moths that exist.
Blue tiger moth. All right, that's a new one. All right, PNG.
They're very pretty.
Okay, we're gonna have to Google this after we talk here today. All right, so blue tiger moth. All right, so what made you decide to become a VTuber?
I just wanted to chill out with people, just meet new people, just kind of gather a community about and just kind of make friends.
All right, now how long you been doing that?
Since last June.
Oh, okay. So dang,
I'm baby.
6 months, barely 7 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm baby.
Okay. All right. So, all right. We'll put in 6 months just for lag's sake. All right. So 6 months. All right. Now do you stream at all? What do you do?
I stream. I mostly stream like video games. I mainly stream like Dead by Daylight, Minecraft, Digimon, just kind of like whatever games I'm vibing with.
Okay, so whatever you feel like, you just jump on them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Everybody all you VTubers with the Dead by Daylight. Freaking, I tried it once and I couldn't play it. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like, I tried it. I'm like, all right, I gave it a try, and it's like, yeah, I can't play it.
We like our slashers. We like our slasher guys.
Yeah, I mean, I tried it. I mean, I even tried to be the killer, and it's like, yeah, I can't do this. It's hard.
No. It's tricky. It's very tricky.
It's a tricky ass game. Now, what gave you the idea to become a moth?
Well, moths are one of my favorite creatures. And I mainly wanted a mascot for branding for my art stuff. So I decided to make a Sona for it to help with like advertising it.
Oh, okay. Dang, these things are pretty. Good lord. Okay. Looking right at them. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now wait, you say now you do commissions and stuff? You draw? You say you draw, right?
I draw, yeah. I go to like conventions and stuff and sell prints and little keychains and stuff that I make.
Where can we see that? You got it on your you ain't got no VGen on here? Where can we
I'm not on VGen yet, but I've got an Instagram.
Instagram?
I know.
I gotta open up an Instagram to look at your stuff.
Or TikTok. I'm also on TikTok.
Oh, I gotta look on TikTok. I'm a millennial. I don't use TikTok.
You don't have to. It's
I have a TikTok, and it's like, do I really want to use it? And it's like, I mean, it's there. There's
People say my art looks a lot like stained glass, like your window.
Oh, oh. Wait, do you have it on Twitter? You ain't got it like on Twitter. You got your own on there.
I think I have it on. I might have it on Twitter actually. I've not updated my Twitter in a while.
I gotta look now. We gotta take a look. Gotta take a look and see where the hell we freaking.
I think my art Twitter's linked in there somewhere. I haven't posted it in a while because it's just I forget I have it sometimes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, fair. All right. We'll look into it later. All right. So what's your favorite food?
Oh, I love French toast.
Oh yeah, there you go. Classy pie. Yeah. Oh yeah.
French toast with bacon.
With bacon.
Yeah. And a sandwich.
I've never had it with bacon, but I might have to try it out now. Oh.
Very, very delicious.
French toast with bacon. No, do you do it with cream cheese?
I'll usually do it with like a little bit of maple sauce on it.
Okay, maple syrup, and then okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. All right. Well,
just a tiny bit of sweetness with the salt.
Yeah. Oh my God. French toast. That's the first time I've seen somebody say French toast.
It's even better if it's brioche French toast.
Ooh. Okay, that I gotta try out.
It's very, very sweet.
I gotta try that out. So all right, so brioche French toast. All right. Well, it's been nice meeting you.
It was lovely talking to you too.
Yeah. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Scribble Them Off, ladies and gentlemen. Scribble Them Off, who likes French toast. We need it. Now I'm hungry. I need some French toast now. with some Texas toast.
Yum.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have a good one now.
Yeah.
All right. Freaking French toast. Oh. See, this is why I can't lose weight. This is why I can't lose weight. Thinking about all this French toast. Freaking French toast? You think I'm a freaking love me some French toast. Wait, I usually get it with some like put some strawberries in that joint. With some cream cheese. Oh, you are good. You are good to go, man. You are full for the day. When you get it with French toast or French toast with some strawberries, sometimes blueberry. You and some cream cheese. Oh my God, it is delicious. All right, what's the words to that Gilligan's Island song? Something about the skipper. How you spell it? Gilligan's. I cannot spell. Oh my God. I cannot spell Gilligan's Island. Uh-oh.
Why did I just hear you scream about Gilligan's Island?
Something about the skipper.
Huh?
We're talking about this. I was talking about the skipper.
Okay.
And we were talking. Well, it started with vupechat, where I was talking to somebody. It was like, "Hey, vupechat, don't be a skipper," or something stupid like that.
Oh. Yeah. But then people still do.
Yeah. Don't. I mean, unless you talk to the person, don't be a skipper. And somebody in my chat was like, "What if I want to be a skipper?" And then I was like, "This ain't Gilligan's Island." And I gotta find the lyrics to this stupid Gilligan's Island song. So that's where the skipper came in, or that's where That's with the So
that makes sense.
Yep. Sit right back and hear a tale on a faithful trip. That's the lyrics to this song? Okay. There's a full version of this thing? Who would want to hear 5 minutes of Gilligan's Island?
5 minutes.
Or whatever how long this song is. But anyway, how are you doing? I'm up here talking about Gilligan's Island. Freaking.
They're all talking that. I thought it was only like a couple minutes. And it's just them and 5 passengers, and they lost control of the ship on a tour.
That's the premise of the.
Yeah, it's
the whole.
It's the cheapest. Yeah, the cheapest cruise out there.
Ah. That's what y'all get for. That's what you can get for being cheap, bums.
Pretty much.
Being cheap on a boat.
Yeah,
trying to save money.
Yeah, you don't skimp on the boat, especially when the weather gets bad.
You dummies. Yeah, stupid asses. But how are you doing?
I'm alright. Just it's been a slow day.
Yeah, I finished. Did I finish all the stuff I needed to do today? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Did some laundry, and we had what did we have? What did we have to eat? We had some yogurt and a banana. Yeah, we try to eat healthy after talking to a moth about French toast.
Right.
Oh, you ever have French toast?
Yes,
it's delicious.
I've made it.
Yeah, I make it too, with the Texas toast.
It's really easy.
It's very easy. You get it with vanilla extract.
Oh, and a bit of vanilla. I don't add that to it.
Yeah, I do. Little egg, milk, and vanilla extract.
Let it soak and just pan fry it on medium to
nice. The vanilla extract gives it that little black color in there.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind next time.
Yeah. For a little bit.
I'll try that out next time I make it.
Yeah, makes it a little bit more of
more darker.
Well, not only that, it's a little bit sweeter too.
Huh.
And nice. then you pour powdered sugar on that joint, you're good to go.
Oh yeah, just a little powdered sugar,
just put it in a
sieve, shake it in a little.
Yep.
Dump the rest back in, and there you go.
And then you get you some cream cheese, or some or some butter, and there you go.
I don't do cream cheese on mine. I do butter on it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, butter. Yeah, cream cheese last resort, kinda. I mean, I use it because I put strawberries in it, or blueberries.
That sounds good, actually.
Yeah, strawberry cream cheese French toast.
Oh.
With some sausage and that's your breakfast. You're good until dinner time.
Yeah, you'd definitely be good until then.
You don't need lunch with that.
Just nice and filling.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
One of the few times I'd eat breakfast.
Yeah, you fall asleep. Because that's how good it is. That is how delicious. That's how delicious French toast is, especially when you get it, with sausage and bacon.
Or?
Yeah,
doing both would be kind of tough, a little too much. But I usually cook my bacon about 30 seconds longer because I don't like chewy bacon.
Wait, you doing it in the oven?
I do it. I can do it on the pan.
Oh, put brown sugar in it.
Oh, candy the bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you're gonna make me hungry, bro.
All right.
Good to see you, Cara.
All righty.
All right, talk to you later.
All right. Yeah, candied bacon. Delicious though. All right, we gotta look at what these blue moths are. What are these things called? Blue tiger. Okay, never mind. Oh, never mind. They skipped me. Okay, so you can blue tiger moth. That's what we're gonna do here. They called these are blue tiger moths, ladies and gentlemen. It is part of the something I cannot read. Found in India. Now, who the hell is this? Oh, it's Plank. All right, freaking. I naturally, let's look at this. Oh, spider! Let me not show that for all the people that are arachnophobes. But yeah, there's your blue tiger moth. Yeah, they are pretty looking. So this is what they start off as. So that's them before they become all mothy and dang, yeah, they are cool looking. Yeah, they're blue, blue tiger moths. All right, we learned something new today. And did we do our Duolingo today? Yeah, we did. I had to make sure that we did our Duolingo lesson today. We learned that brother and sister mean in Portuguese. Dang, everybody's chatting at once? The hell? 52 people.
Hi.
Hello again.
How are you doing?
Doing all right.
Nice.
We're hanging in there, having a good time here on vupechat, and we scared away a few people. And where the heck is my? Oh, here we go. I had to find where the heck my stuff is. All right, there we go.
Yeah, you used to scare me away as well. That intro sound scared me.
Yeah, that sound be like, what the hell going on? Oh, so how was your New Year?
It was good.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Stayed up late, got pictures in it.
Oh, you got lit up?
Oh yeah. I'm Scottish. It's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. It's kind of like a law.
Right.
It's like if you're Scottish, you are obligated to drink. But
right, unless you're lightweight, in which case.
But y'all can hold your liquor better than most, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Or is that the Irish?
The Irish can keep up.
The Irish and it's Irish and Scottish people, the ones that can hold their liquor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like because I don't drink.
Oh.
So I can't. I don't know if I'm a lightweight or not. So I'm not even gonna try.
Sorry, I just cracked my back and my shoulders.
Hey, oh. You know what? I'm stretched too. All right, I'm gonna stretch.
I just pushed the back of my chair down, put my arms behind my back, and push back. And it feels so good.
Oh, yeah, get a good oh. I'm stretching too. Oh man, yeah, there we go. Yeah, always stretch, kids. Especially as you get older, because you're like a car. Over time, stuff starts breaking down.
And some of us are built like old Skodas. We are broken from factory.
Oh, excuse me. It all depends, but yes.
Or specifically older British engines.
Older British engines. They break down faster.
Some of them, yeah. I think it was the. No, it wasn't TVR. It was It was a British engine was prone for braking.
Okie dokie.
They were built out of Russian steel because their bones are horrid.
Wait, the buildings are made out of Russian steel?
No, bodies, bones.
Oh, your bones are made out of Russian steel.
Yeah, I'm 21 and they're rusted.
All rusted up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, Russian steel ain't that good, I guess?
No.
Okay. All right, don't get your steel from Russia if you want a building. If you're building a building,
a decent car,
or a car, apparently the Russians don't know how to do it.
It's cheap. That's the problem.
What about tanks? Are Russian tanks good?
I don't know much about tanks.
Okay, I mean the Russians they own the tank game, I think, right? Or I don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't have the foggiest idea. All right, so don't buy a Russian car or a Russian metal, period. So because it'll mess your building up. All right. You okay over there? You look
sorry,
lost.
No, my tracking went for a second.
Like, where'd my tracking go? Like, you look a little
Notification
lost.
popped up on my phone.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a. I'm not using a phone. I'm using a web camera.
No, I use my phone. It was cheaper for me to use my phone than it was to buy a webcam.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Decent webcam was like £30. The app on my phone was like $8.
Oh.
Like, I'll save myself.
All right.
22 quid.
Yeah. All right. Well, good seeing you again.
Good seeing you too.
See you later.
Take.
All right. Uh-oh. What's he playing this time? He's playing something. What you playing? Smash Brothers, really? Of all games to play, you playing Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
Melee?
You know, yeah.
Okay. And look at you freaking. Wait, you Samus or you? Oh no, you're Samus. And look at you. Why are you getting beat up?
But hitting Mario in the face with a baseball bat,
and
or
then the next game. Wait, how'd you do in Armor Core? Did you?
I'm still crippling debt. Lost all my money. They amputated all my limbs. They tried to kill. Well, they tried to. Like I said, I fucking quit. You can't fire me. They tried to shoot me. I shot them.
Okay.
I was still in my mech. They did not think trying to kill me was a grip.
All right, we're watching Dr. Plague play Smash Bros. You lost a life. How the hell you lose? How the hell
these fuckers are jumping me. I'm getting jumped by the green team.
Your Yoshi got killed early.
Yeah, Yoshi killed himself. He didn't handle this shit. I have to.
He got rolled real quick. How you get rolled so fast? Don't go that way. What difficulty are you playing this on?
Normal, because this game is weirdly crazy with the difficulty sometimes.
Yes.
And I haven't played in a fucking good ever. I used to play this game when I was like 6, when I was a kid.
I was playing this as a teenager. In fact, no, as an adult.
I'm 20. Yeah, I'm 23, dude. God, you in your 40s?
Yes, I'll be 40 this year actually.
Oh fuck! Happy early birthday.
I was a teenager when the original Smash Brothers came out.
Again, happy early birthday.
Yeah, freaking. Oh yeah, I've seen the changes and people still love Melee.
Hey lad, you great twink!
And then and then you throw it at him and then call it a day. Or just do your full blast thing and then
what the fuck? Huh.
And
no.
How did you lose that? Wait, what happened there? What happened
Gravity
there?
And my own incompetence and
what happened there? You were doing so good and then you freaking lost already.
Incompetence, that's all you need to know.
And how you lose that? Why don't you do 5 lives instead of 3?
Because I'm not a pussy.
Well, if you're playing it on normal, freaking
I may be a listen, I'm playing on normal, yes, but I'm gonna keep with 3 lives because I'm not a fucking bitch.
No, I mean 2 lives ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah, but it's dishonorable.
What do you mean dishonorable? You gotta unlock all the characters.
If I want to do that, I could also do sheets because a lot of these requires like 12 hours of playing this game non-stop.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna stay standing up 12 hours to try and unlock fucking I don't know, Pichu.
Wait, are you playing it on GameCube or
emulator?
Ah. It looks good, not bad for an emulator version of Melee. That's really good. Oh. Hey, not bad looking for an emulated version of Melee.
Maybe tweaking it was a bitch, but hey, I got it working.
Oh. No, wait.
And I just headshot the bitch with a fucking Pokeball.
Now, are you using, what do you have as, the front end for the emulator?
My PC.
Oh. No, I'm talking, there's no program that's used like a front end?
Dolphin.
Oh, that's the emulator.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Dolphin. Everyone uses Dolphin.
Oh, well,
All right, time to hit this bitch with a Kamehameha.
I don't have
shit.
I don't have a GameCube emulator, so because
Dolphin is the one I recommend the most, actually. So
okay, so Dolphin and okay. I mean, I still have a Wii and I still have Melee, so
send that bitch to God.
but I have yeah, so I still have Melee, and I have a GameCube and it still works. So, but all right, so Dolphin, if you want to emulate games and you don't have a GameCube or can't find
Don't tell
one,
Nintendo though; they will sue
yeah,
you.
don't tell Nintendo because Nintendo will come into my stream and be like, stop right there, Cara, you can't do that.
Just like stop emulating my fucking games and play or Switch 2.
Well, tell them to release them at a cheaper price.
And not to be a greedy piece of shit
not
company.
To be greedy,
but
freaking, oh well, you can't tell them that. All right, have fun. Playing Smash Brothers on stream. What in the world? Playing Smash Brothers while on the show, and he died doing dumb shit. I don't know what the hell happened, but okay. But appreciate everybody for joining me today.
That was interesting. I've never heard that happen before.
What?
Okay. Oh, it matched me with you, and before it even loaded you in, it goes, stand by.
You are a guest on the Cara Carousel show.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, you can get your own.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, you can get your own little custom sound alert.
Ooh. I gotta look into that.
Yeah, and the only way you can do it is by donating $100 to VoopChat. You too can have your own custom sound alert.
Bet.
Yep.
Worth it.
Totally worth it. But how are you?
Doing good. I got a new just chatting setup. You like my sound?
Wait, you trying to do a talk show now?
Nah, I just whenever I'm just chatting, people are like, "You're just floating in the air." So
I'm
like,
so you needed something to like. Okay, you needed something to kind of just sit there or kind of okay.
Just to sit.
Okay, all right.
Everybody's like, "Okay, you seem familiar, but you don't look familiar." I'm like, that's because I felt like being small today. I'm not feeling well.
Oh. Okay.
So, how have you been? How have things been for you?
They've been all right. They've been good. They've been good.
That's good. That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Still doing the talk show, as you can see.
Yeah, and I like the stained glass in the back. That's a neat touch.
Oh,
I like it a lot.
Somebody, hold on. Shout outs to Naira, who I also met on VoopChat. She made the I got it commissioned for the stained glass art. It's freaking awesome. Totally worth it.
It's so cool. I like that. Okay, now I'm jelly. I'm jelly.
But this was totally worth it though.
Yeah.
Star Quantum was looking for you.
Yeah, no, he found me.
Okay.
Butthead.
He's like, I'm trying to run into a person today. I'm like, who are you trying to run into? I'm trying to run into Azuma. I'm like, the Crimson. Like, yeah, I'm trying to run into her. I'm like, I know who that is. I've talked to everybody.
He ran into me. He was like, dude. I'm like, what? He goes, he was, I was like, you're bright. He goes, yeah, I had to change things up a bit because the original rendition of this model, everybody kept saying it looked like a Christmas ornament. And he showed me it. I'm like, yeah, it does. He goes, I took that personally. So I spent a month making this. I'm like, yeah, but now you got a face on you. It looks like some type of animal, maybe Majora's Mask on your chest kind of thing. And he's like, God damn it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so he literally goes and says, hey, enjoy this. Sets off a couple of my sound alerts and then quickly leaves the VoopChat conversation with me, and I'm just like, you brat.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, he loves bullying me. But yes, no. And I got good news. Yeah, so if my application does go through and they do call me in for an interview and I do get this job, I can finally start my HRT. So I will be on hormonal replacement therapy soon, and I am so excited.
Okay.
Yeah. So no more squeaky voice. But yes, no, I'm excited.
Well, all right.
You want to see something funny?
Sure.
I got a controller for Christmas, right? Chat gave me a controller for Christmas, right?
Okay.
And so tell me why. Tell me why they thought this would be funny to have with my tiny little model.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
I know it comes with a model, but they're like, "Hey, we're gonna adjust it a little bit for you," and I'm like, "Okay," and yeah,
That's funny.
it takes up all of me.
That is hilarious though.
There's so many short jokes I get slammed with, bro.
Oh man.
Like, God damn it! I know I'm small.
But yeah, that's funny though.
Yeah, it's great. But how's your talk show been going?
It's been going good. We have reached the milestone of 800 plus.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congrats.
we're 800. We made 800 this morning actually. I found somebody streaming on VupChat. I'm like, I'm a hijack him and I did the interview and scared him away. Well, not scared him, kind of freaked him out.
Oh, I'm sorry. They got a little nervous. Oh shit. Okay.
No. But yeah, it was funny though.
Yeah, your little voice thing. That's crazy.
Yes.
Cara, hello.
How's it going?
I noticed that you now have like a little robot voice that announces your show coming on.
Yeah.
Someone got some like little special announcement now. That's so cool.
You can get a special announcement too.
I can?
Yeah, you can.
I thought it was because
you can get your
we're
own.
doing the show.
I mean,
Dang.
it works for me, but you can get your own custom alert.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they gave it to you specially because they're like, well, you always doing stuff on VupChat.
I mean, I always am, but I put that in there.
Oh, dang. Well, thanks for the heads up. That's so cool.
And you can do it by donating $100 to VupChat. You too can have your own custom sound alert.
Oh, okay. Sign me up.
$100.
Can they take Robux as well, though?
No, they don't take. No, it's cash money, credit card, PayPal. In fact, I don't know what else they take, but I don't know. You gotta figure it out. You got until like the end of March.
The end of March, and then it's gone for good.
I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my gosh, this is some.
You got limited time.
What do they call it? It's like the thing where it's like FOMO. It's some FOMO stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Fear of missing out. You're like, I want one too. It's like, well, you might have to save up, rob a bank.
I will rob a bank for VupChat.
Start an OnlyFans.
I don't know about OnlyFans.
Well, I don't know.
Robbing a bank, maybe.
Carjack somebody. Well, no, don't do that. We here at the Cara Carousel do not condone violent crimes, OnlyFans, or robberies.
But it sure could help, right?
I mean, I guess, but we don't condone that here.
Right. Wink.
No, ain't no wink. Ain't no winking in here. No.
Well, I know this. My eye was just twitching, Cara. That's all.
No, we don't do that here.
What? What are you talking about?
We don't do that. Although, oh my God, you know what? I gotta have a Cara pinup. I still gotta come up. I need art. I need more art of me. That's what I need.
Yeah, everyone needs more art. Let's be honest.
A Cara Carousel pinup.
Yeah, like a calendar.
Oh.
That's so cool, actually.
A calendar.
Yes, and you get like different outfits for each month as well.
Oh. I need 12 outfits though. I don't have 12 outfits.
Well, just make them.
Yeah,
or just do the same outfit or just different colors depending on
same
what
outfit and different poses.
Yeah, but different colors as well.
Although,
So
hold on, let me see here. Pinups. Somebody does pinups. Holy shit. I'm going on that joint right now. How much is pinup? Oh my God, that's expensive.
Yeah. Welcome to the world of art.
All right, no, $45 limited time offer, but if I want to commercialize it, it's 100% plus an extra. If I want to monetize it, it's 25%. So
Yeah, that's usually how they get you when it comes to like.
So
merchandising
45
rights.
plus 25% plus 100. So looking at $200 basically.
You can always go on Skeb as well too. I think they're cheaper, but I don't think you can get revisions done. That's the only thing.
I'd rather get it
And
to
it's
where I have
Japanese.
revisions. No, I need
Yeah.
I need one female
Needs to be
character, no
perfect.
background. Starts at $45. Okay. I
Needs to be
do
perf.
all body types, thin, muscular, fat. I do not do. Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. All right. We'll
Big
bookmark.
boobas as well.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah,
I mean,
they better.
they there. Might have to. Yeah. We'll
Cara, just be careful though, because I'm someone who buys a lot of commissions, and it is a rabbit hole. Be careful. I've
Yeah.
spent so much money on commissions. Too much money.
I just spent. How much did I just spend on the commission? Well, this stained glass art I spent, and then the
Looks good.
and then I got another model, not model, character sheet. So another, because it's gonna have another
Ooh.
outfit, and I'm already
Another-
thinking about doing a stewardess outfit.
I want to see that. I
I'm
really
thinking
do.
It's got to be a real tight one, real tight stewardess outfit. Show a little bit of cleavage.
Yeah. Can you get a little hat as well? Like
Yeah.
goes on the
Oh yeah, I
side?
gotta get the hat too.
Yes.
I
that would
might
look
put my hair in a
wonderful.
bun.
That'd look cute.
Yeah, that'd be
look
real
cute.
cutesy. A hair in a
Maybe
bun.
some little bangs on the like those little bangs on the side or the front piece on the sides.
Yeah, I
That kind of thing. Little strands.
I'm gonna look into that.
That would be super cute, honestly.
All right. Okay. And hey, Magla, what up? All right, that was peach. That was cake. Peach of cake. Yeah, the freaking. You imagine me in a stewardess outfit? Oh yeah, we we go all out with that one. With the bun, gotta have the bun on there with the hat. Oh yeah, totally do that. Totally do that. With the with the bun and the hat. All right, so this guy does pinups. Okay, I like that's interesting. All right, bookmark. Pow. Yeah, we're looking at pinups. Safe for work pinups, by the way. Not the. And good lord, that ain't safe for work. Ooh, that's not even safe for stream, boy. Whoa. All right, there's a wait list for that one. And oh, there's nipple. Okay, can't show that. Good thing it's not. Good thing I'm not looking at good thing the tab's not on stream. Otherwise, this channel would be dead. This channel would be done if we would post that. Okay, yeah, pinup commission. That's just a personal one for 100. Okay, pinup, thigh up. Oh, I like how that's drawn. That's really cool, actually. Okay, there's a snake lady. $40. All right, all right, let's see here. Bookmark that. Okay, that's not a bad price. $40. Okay, cool. We're looking into that. You all right?
There we go. How's it going?
You good?
Yeah, we're good. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Neat. How's it been going?
It's going all right.
Nice to hear. I don't know, maybe you notice anything different.
Your background, you got more music. Look like it's all music stuff.
Oh, well, I guess the music stuff is the only stuff that's in frame. Hold on.
It was in frame. It's not in frame anymore. Now I see you on a TV screen.
I need to move this window over here so it's easier for me to do free cam. But yeah, this is the new room.
I see a Teen Titans poster. There's an Invader Zim poster. I see Gundam. What's that, Alien?
You probably get to... Yeah, that one's Alien.
Baldur's Gate. Helldivers. I don't know what that game is. Never seen that. There's the Invader Zim one.
It gets a lot more niche when I go left.
Okay. Oh yeah, Motorstorm. Oh my god, I remember that game.
Yeah, my favorite racing game. And there's this is the music stuff, but a lot of it I've yet to have anyone that can name. There's several on here that no one can name. It seems.
Okay, I see Evanescence, and that's about
that's a
it.
given.
Yeah, Jet Set Radio Future. That's about it. That's all I see.
Yeah, I've noticed I'm into a lot of niche bands and artists, like extremely niche.
Yeah, I've never seen any of these people before.
Yeah, there's a couple on here that literally have less than 10,000 subscribers or like followers on any of their platforms.
But are they? I mean, they're good though, right?
They're like really good, like especially Not But Disco. That's not one of the really small ones, but they're decently small. I think the biggest they've done is they did one of the songs for I think it was a League of Legends tournament, but that's the only time they've really done anything big. That's Not But Disco is their song. They are called I don't know what they're called in Japanese. Hold on, let me.
Wait, the song is called Not But Disco.
Yeah, that's what the song is called. That's like my favorite song of theirs. Before I completely, they're called Cardi in English.
Cardi?
Yeah, they're called Cardi in English. I'm gonna completely screw it up if I try to say the Japanese name.
I don't know. I don't know Japanese, but okay, so.
Me neither. Which is why
8 months ago.
Try. Yeah, they make some. Not But Disco is a really, really good song.
Okay, all right. Let me add that as a tab, and then take a listen to it a little later. Yeah, I was looking at pinups before I was talking to you. Looking at need pinup art for Cara Carousel.
Yeah, and then I got a.
Oh, there's Dinky.
Yeah. They sent me they sent me the image, and they were like, "Can you make me a cardboard cutout?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely."
A cardboard cutout of Dinky.
Yeah, the only problem is whenever I imported it into Naruto, it seems they added the black background to the image, even though it's a transparent image. I don't know at what point in it that broke, but I'm gonna have to fix that. Then we go this way. We got 2 more VTubers. There's like 3 more, and their models failed to import, so we just have these 2 for now.
Okay, wait, who are they? I don't know who.
Honey Bunny. They're all made by. Yeah, they've never been on vupechat. They're also made by my model artist.
Wait, Honey Bunny.
Yeah.
I was just talking to her. She's on Voop.
Bunny Grotesque.
Unless there's a different Honey Bunny.
I think there's probably a different Honey Bunny.
I mean, Honey Bunny is kind of a common name for.
Have you seen this? Because this is her only model.
Oh no, I never seen. Okay, no, okay, it's different Honey Bunny.
Yeah. Her actual username is Bunny Grotesque, but she goes by Honey Bunny.
Okay. Yeah, it's a common. I mean, that's like a stripper name.
Yeah. And then this is the arsenal. I put up a little post to see what fictional weapons people want on here.
Shock rifle from Unreal Tournament.
I'll see if I can find the model.
I'm sure you can. The original Unreal Tournament.
This is a placeholder mech until my mech is ready. But yeah, we're running out of time. There's an R-wing. But yeah, that's the room.
Yeah, get you a shock rifle. Unreal Tournament.
Yep, I'll do that.
All right.
Definitely.
Yeah, shock rifle. Thing was freaking awesome. The shock rifle. Be a single beam. There was a mod in that game where it had a single shot. Or one shot, one kill.
Yo, what's up?
How you doing?
Doing well. Can't complain.
That's all?
I mean, is that all?
Just been doing the. So how was your New Year?
Well, I'm already losing my voice again, so the downside of being a voice actor that no one tells you about. You'll lose your voice.
Shouldn't you drink like lemonade or lemon, whatever it is, like lemon water? How do you? normally
To be honest, most of the time I just do honey.
don't they sell honey in like a stick or not a stick, like a where you can eat honey out of the like a container, like Go-Gurt? You ever had Go-Gurt as a
Talking
kid?
about honey packs?
Yeah, like a honey pack.
Those are completely different things, my friend.
Or something like yeah, it's like a honey. Yeah, they sell like honey packs. Honey packs for men. Honey lovers. Oh, you get pure honey for tea, or you can just, you can just freaking. Oh, honey pack is good for the oh. That's what honey packs are for.
Yeah, that's why I started laughing as soon as you said that. I was like,
That's what the honey packs are for. Okay, we will not say what they are for on the Cara Carousel show, but
nah,
yeah,
I just eat honey out of a jar. I
there you
eat pure
go.
raw honey
Pure raw honey.
because it helps my voice get better. So.
Yeah, it's pure raw honey.
And I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, there you go. But I was looking at honey packs and like, oh.
You thought that meant something else.
I've been missing out. I can get a 12-pack for $30.
Oh my god, we don't talk about the honey packs.
We can. Okay. Did not know that. Okay, that's a lot of money for some honey.
Yeah,
$30. Might as well just get it from the go to the store and just sip it that way.
Oh, I have some Greek yogurt. I should probably eat some Greek yogurt as well.
There you go. That's good for the protein. There's some protein. There you go.
Yeah, I got some strawberry Greek yogurt.
Yeah, there you go. That's some good stuff there.
And mine's got actual chunks of strawberries in it. So.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
I buy the good brands.
Yeah, that's all you need right there. The good.
Look, Chad, if you ever want a really good, like Greek yogurt that has real strawberries in it, buy Better Good. Their strawberry yogurt. Oh my god, it's so good.
Better Good.
It's a Walmart brand, so you can only find it at Walmart. But oh my god, they're so good.
All right, we'll have to give that a try. All right, so you said Better Good.
Better Good strawberry yogurt. You can find it at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the only place you can find it is at Walmart.
All right, we're gonna have to look into that. All right, so Better Good yogurt and some honey packs.
Oh my god.
Or just random honey. Just put the honey in the yogurt. There you go. Not the honey pack, just the yogurt.
So the one I usually get is about $4 for 32-ounce tub of the strawberry yogurt. So.
Okay. All right. So Better Good.
Better Goods.
You said it's $4?
$4 for 32 ounces.
Oh, that's not bad. That's really good, actually.
Yeah, and then they also have a honey vanilla one. That one's also pretty decent.
Ooh, there you go. Okay, yeah, honey vanilla. There you go. All right.
That one will get your blood pumping.
Yeah. 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 Along with that honey pack. Now I know what a honey pack is.
Yourself a quick bowl of Greek yogurt. You can skip me if you want to, or our time's about to run out anyway.
Time's running out. All right, so we got some research to do. But I'll see
tell you and your chat. I hope you have a lovely.
All right. All right, let's go back to looking at commissions. Or never mind, we'll talk to Star Singer.
Hello there, Cara. How's
Hey,
it
what's
going
up?
over there?
It's going all right.
That's good to hear. I've actually been doing fine myself, thank you for asking, even though we haven't been asking just yet, but you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's this stream going so far?
It's going all right. It's going good. It's just I've only ran into 2 new people so far. I mean, it's a Sunday. I'm not expecting a lot of, new people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I actually been stumbled across a few new people as well. I actually stumbled across Burb, and I also stumbled across Sheepers. Why can't I remember? But I actually did stumble across Honey Bunny and Rever, and it's actually funny to.
Oh, Rever's on.
Yep, Rever is still on.
Because normally he'd be lurking in my streams.
Because here's a funny story. When I actually matched up with Honey Bunny, she did actually say about the midget, and Rever thought that she called him a midget or something like it. When I talked to Rever, he actually did say that, oh, I thought she was calling me a midget, or something like it. Still, it was actually pretty funny shenanigan when you actually hear one story after another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was talking with Rever. I was talking with Honey Bunny before the event started. She was in the Discord.
Oh yeah, and also I also witnessed that somebody had a problem with connecting the DNS, which actually was solved, by the way.
Mm.
So that was actually really good.
Yep. Indeed,
So
it
anyways,
was.
I don't think I actually asked before, but what are you looking forward to during 2026, and any plans for 2026?
Honestly, well, stream wise, probably more music production stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like music making and all that, and I mean, vupechat, vupechat ain't going nowhere, so I mean, I'm still do that, but yeah, probably during the week I'll do more, like obviously more music stuff.
That's understandable because for me, I don't know specifically what to do during 2026, but of course, this year I would actually be going on a convention in Denmark that is called Norse Horse Con, which is actually My Pony convention that.
Oh,
lasts
that's
actually
the
from.
Brony convention over there.
Yep.
Wait, when is it?
It's actually from 4th to 5th July.
Oh, dang.
This
Okay,
year.
okay. You're not doing like a virtual one where you attend virtually?
Well, I actually am going to attend physically.
Oh, you're going in person.
I actually been attending to BronyCon 2019 in Baltimore.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually attended the physically in physical form.
So you're
and
going all the way to Denmark to a Brony convention.
Yep.
In July.
The only thing you need to do is actually order a train ticket by then, and then actually, it's just to, I'm actually good to go.
All right. Well, hopefully you have fun. I mean, you
Thank
got
you very
another
much, Cara.
7 months before it happens, though.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I'll see you again,
See
Cara.
you later. All right. Yeah, Denmark. Got train in there. Hey, Rever.
We meet again, Cara.
I said your name right.
You said my name right for the first time in how long?
First time ever.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm just gonna pull up your stream to make sure I'm looking the right way when I talk to you.
It's usually gonna be mirrored anyway.
Yeah, it's like if I gotta look to my left to talk to. Okay, I gotta look to my left so my mom looks to its left so it faces you.
Okay.
My God, that is something I don't like. That is horrible.
Yep.
All right. So, anyways, how are you?
Doing all right. Sorry, I'm eating. What am I eating? These are honey roasted cashews.
I don't know what I'm eating, but I'm eating something.
These are honey roasted cashews. Oh, I love cashews.
Yeah, that's fair enough. They are soft to chew. They are very, very nice.
And healthy. But not when they're
I'm not eating them anymore.
Not when they're honey roasted though.
Oh, then I will eat. Then I will eat.
Yeah, when they're honey
Also, can
roasted, you're kind of just defeating the purpose of eating
Yeah.
nuts.
Oh,
Eating healthy nuts, not that kind of nut.
Yeah, I doubt you look at those two things differently, do you? I doubt you look at those two things differently.
Good lord.
Guess how much I've had to drink in 1 hour of liquids to make me feel all hell.
We talking about alcohol or
No, just general.
how much did you drink?
I haven't had anything to drink since New Year's Eve.
Like, oh, you mean alcohol?
No. Like alcohol wise, I haven't had anything since New Year's Eve, and then even after that, I think I might have been 2 months sober.
I mean, at least drink water.
No, I have not.
You probably need to stay hydrated.
Take a guess on how many gallons I've had in an hour to make me feel very bad.
2. No, 1.
Close. It's close. 2.6.
2.6 gallons of water.
No, not water. Like lemonade, chocolate, milk, and iced tea.
Wait, hold on. You had lemonade.
Yeah, we have different flavors of lemonade. We had like and I gotta Google Translate. I don't know what the hell. Hang on.
Wait. So lemonade, chocolate milk, and what?
And peach iced tea.
Oh, peach iced tea is actually really good. What? Why would you? Wait, you didn't have it all at once, did you?
I had all of it in an hour.
Your stomach gonna be all jacked up.
I know.
With chocolate milk, lemonade, and peach tea.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta. Okay. We have black currant lemonade blends here.
Black currant.
Yeah. Do you know what a black currant is?
No, I would not.
It's a berry. Search it up.
I'm looking it up.
Because I had. Oh god, how much would that have been? It would have been. Hang on, I gotta use the liter to gallon thing.
Lemonade. Oh, it's a brand. Oh wait, no, it's an actual fruit.
Yeah. So I've had. What would that be? 1.3 gallons of that.
What does black currant taste like though? Like what is it?
It tastes like very, very like, you know, the taste of like grape juice.
Yeah.
Just that, but very, very potent.
So it's a lot more. Oh, okay.
It's a lot. It's just a grape, but excuse my French, a shit ton more potent.
Oh, okay. So probably has a lot more sugar in it, or maybe.
No, it's sugar free.
Oh, it's more tart than anything.
Yeah, you could say that. And then, but that was 1.3 gallons of that, and then I had 0.7 gallons of chocolate milk. Then the iced tea, that was also 0.7 gallons.
Why drink so much? You could have had the.
Oh yeah, you should have seen me on New Year's Eve. God damn.
You could have just had the lemonade and the tea. Not why put milk in there?
It was chocolate milk. God damn it.
Are you trying to upset your insides?
Oh, my insides have been upset since last year's, since the new year into 25.
Drinking, that's freaking, you messing up your insides. With chocolate milk?
My insides look like Tennessee.
Got chocolate milk, lemonade, and, okay, so black currant is an actual, oh, okay, let's see. What does this thing even look like?
It's like grapes. There's a small,
oh,
there's a lot of
it
small
does
berries.
Look like a grape.
Yeah, it's just a lot of smaller berries on a vine.
That's literally all this is. Okay.
Yeah.
12 reasons why you need to eat black currants.
3, 2, 1, time's up.
And oh shit, I'm sorry! I forgot. I'm sorry, Rubber. My bad, bro. I apologize. Sorry.
What the heck is that?
You alright, Gino?
What the heck? I had a notification for the Cara Carousel.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
you are a guest on the Cara Carousel show.
Oh my god, I feel honored. Hello.
You're always, I mean, you've been on my show already.
Yeah, but not with that kind of announcement. It was so like not expected.
It threw you the hell off. It's like, what the hell's going on? You get
like I heard the robot voice. I was like, what the heck?
You know you can get your own custom alert, right?
Really?
Yeah.
How?
By donating $100 to vupechat, you too can have your own custom sound alert.
How much are they paying you?
They're not paying me anything. I just donated $100, and it's like, hey, like you can get your own custom alert.
Oh, that's so generous of you. Wow.
$100, yeah, $100. And there's the surge. I was wondering what a surge was.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's see.
Brief, but cool.
All right. And holy crap, where did all these people come in here? Hey, how you doing? And there's Naira, the person responsible for the stained glass art. If you want stained glass art, go to Naira for the stained glass art. She's amazing, but she got all that art there, and I'm doing all right. And hey, how you doing, Kudo?
I just got hit with a fucking ad after the Voop surge. That's crazy.
An ad with the Voop surge.
You just did a whole ad. Pop in here. You're just like, hey, if you want to get some stained paint art, go to this person.
Well, the person that drew the stained glass art is in my chat. I was saying hi.
I totally get that. It's just hilarious for me to come out of a surge and into an ad.
Yeah, I was promoting the stained glass art. And
okay, I agree with you. We're saying the same thing. But essentially, that was an advertisement.
I guess. I was trying to do it before you came in.
Unfortunately, you didn't do it fast enough.
Yeah, no, I was too slow.
Rookie numbers. You gotta get those numbers up.
Yeah, I was too slow in the rush in there, because a bunch of people came in out of nowhere.
Oh, did you get surged? Did you get not surged?
No, I didn't get raided. It's just the count went up. I was like, where did all these people come from? So I'm like, hey, there's people in here.
I asked the question. Chat, where'd y'all come from?
They saw vupechat was live and they wanted to tune in to the Cara Carousel show, I guess.
This must be what Shrek felt like when all them fairy tale creatures showed up at his swamp just out of nowhere.
I guess so.
I guess so. How you doing today, Cara?
Oh, this person was just browsing the stream and saw what the hell was going on.
It's just like, I feel like people just is like titties.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, I'm clicking on those. Let's see what the hell's going on.
Like, yo, that's a winning strategy right there.
You're like, wait a minute. With that strat. Be like, wait a minute, there's boobs on Twitch? Let me see these. I'm gonna come and click on them.
Hold on. Now, before they get cut down, who are we kidding? They're not gonna take those down. That's the money makers right there.
Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, for the new person that just came in, this is vupechat. Basically, it's Omegle for VTubers.
Yep.
And we talk to random people about I do my vupechat like we're on a talk show.
Yeah, it's
which is
the
Cara Carousel show.
Shrinking it.
Which is the Cara Carousel show.
You can't see them anyway.
I'm not attracted to this, but I respect.
Just like, yep.
They don't like the male with the female model.
It's like, what was it? There was this grade school, one of my favorite moments. You remember a game called Streets of Rage?
Yeah.
Yeah, so end of the school year, after we're done with our usual school testing, they kind of just let us do whatever we want. And someone brought their Sega Genesis to school. We hooked it up to the TV and we were playing Streets of Rage. So someone picked Axel and I picked Blaze. It's just, wow, you picked the girl. I was like, yeah, I like playing with girls. You like playing with boys? And everyone just went, oh! And you gotta understand something. I was a loser. I always got picked on. I had asthma.
And when you came with that comeback, they were like, oh shit!
That was my one and done. I don't think I ever had a more popular moment in grade school. Like until I switched schools and I actually fought back in a fight for once in my entire life.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, it was just like it was a classic return to sender.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
Truly, it was a moment of all my life. I was just like getting picked on for like 4 years and built me up for that one moment.
You were ready for it.
Some people wait a lifetime. But yeah, no, again, I'm happy for you that you just get a bunch of random people to be like, what's going on over here?
Yeah. If we're talking about boobs, I prefer male booba. That's what they said.
Fair.
I assume that this person is a woman or a female. I think. I don't know.
What are you?
We don't know what you are.
What are you? Tell us. Share your
Vantu.
secrets.
What's your name? Vantu. That's their name. We gotta look them up and see what they are.
Respectfully.
All right. We gotta do some research and see what kind of VTuber they are, because they got VT on their name. Yep. Time to do some research.
Not doxing.
No,
research.
we're not doxing. We're doing research.
All right. Well, it's
all right. We're not doxing. We're just doing research here. We just we want to see who comes in the chat and see what they are. Well, not really. But we just... Yes.
Hello.
You good?
I'm great.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay. But how are you doing today?
Not bad. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I see you lurking in my strings. You wonder what the hell's going on.
I'm not lurking.
Hey, we were kind of in there. You were in there a little bit. Trying to see what that like. Who's this Cara Carousel person?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, well, I'm Cara Carousel. I'm a Babaniku Elf Gyaro VTuber, and you're on my talk show.
Yay.
Hooray! You should feel honored.
I do.
Yeah, well, all right, so tell the folks at home what's your name and what kind of VTuber are you?
I'm Kyrie, and I am a VTuber / streamer.
All right, what are you? Cat, dog, mouse? What are you?
I'm a fox.
All right, a fox VTuber. Okay, all right. And you got a fox on there. All right, cool, very good. All right, so what made you decide to become a VTuber?
Because it looked fun.
It looked fun.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been having fun? How long you been doing it?
Maybe about a few weeks.
Oh, you brand new. You barely, you just getting started. You just literally got started, and you're trying to figure out what you want to do.
Like everything.
You trying to get your feet wet at least.
Yeah.
Now, what do you intend on like streaming? What do you plan on doing, or you don't know yet?
Yeah, I've done 2 streams.
Oh, what do you do?
I play games.
All right. What kind of games? What we?
So I started playing horror, but now I'm kind of doing variety. So I'm trying adventures and actions.
Oh, the adventure and action games. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, what's your favorite food?
I like sushi.
What is what y'all love sushi? VTubers and they sushi.
I also like steak.
And steak. Now, how do you like your steak?
Medium.
Medium. Okay, so you like a little bit of blood, but not too much. Just a little
Yeah.
bit. And not. You don't want it overcooked either.
Exactly.
Now, do you eat it? Do you eat the steak with like a side or like with mashed potatoes, or what do you? Or just eat the steak
And
with
mac and
just
cheese.
mac and cheese. Oh, okay. That you know what that
Yeah.
you know what that's actually not a bad combination.
It's a great combination.
Yeah, steak and mac and cheese. Okay, that's that you know what might have to try that. Might have to try
Try it.
that. I gotta find a steak though. I gotta find some steaks and get some mac and cheese. I gotta go to the store and get some steak and cook it medium rare, or medium well, with some mac and cheese.
Go for it.
Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious. Sounds oh so delicious. Yeah. See, this is why I can't lose weight. Freaking talking about food.
Just good stuff.
Freaking big back Cara.
You'll be okay.
Yeah. But it's been nice meeting you.
Same.
Yeah, hopefully you have a good time here on VoopChat. And hopefully see you later. And give it up for the insane Kyrie, ladies and gentlemen. Fox, VTuber, that eats steak and she likes mac and cheese. Steak and mac and cheese. And sushi. See you later.
Bye.
All right. Steak and mac and cheese. Oh, delicious. Dude, good. You freaking mac and cheese is Might have to do a tier list on. Now, here's a dumb question. What kind of noodles do you put for the mac and cheese? Do you use shells? Or do you use like just the regular mac and cheese? Like the regular mac, like you know how you got like the regular elbow macaroni, and then you got like the shells and cheese. Oh, that's really good too. Or the little big giant swirly ones. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're different from the regular mac and cheese.
A new follower.
I mean, different from your traditional mac and cheese. And who the hell just followed me? I'm just kidding. All right, count to Vanu VT for the follow. Freaking had no idea what the hell's going on. And it's freaking, you were trying out mac and cheese. But yeah, we do VoopChat every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern and every Sunday around this time. So 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on your time zone. But VoopChat is essentially Omegle for VTubers. You go to vupechat.com and you can talk with other VTubers in an Omegle style website. And I just happen to use it and have it as a talk show where I kind of liven things up just a little bit, where it's not boring. We kind of liven things up, and people kind of know it's like, oh crap, it's a talk show. He's doing a talk show bit. Hey, what up?
Tired.
You're always tired. Anytime I talk to you, you're always tired.
I woke up like 3 fucking hours ago, okay? Chill. My sleep schedule is fucked.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Good grief.
It's been fucked up ever since I started winter break.
Good God.
It's awful.
But so wait, so you 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Good God. Okay. 3 hours, freaking 3 hours ago. What time did you go to bed?
That's classified.
You went to bed when the sun came up, didn't you?
Actually, no. Sun was still down.
The sun was still
down. If the sun
down.
was up, I wouldn't be up till 5.
Okay, yeah. Sunrise is usually 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for most time zones now. So 7 a.m. and okay. But good Lord, you freaking 3 hours ago. Good grief. Okay. But you still playing? Wait, you're not playing the Pokemon game right now? Oh, never mind. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, it's gotta be playing Pokemon. He's gotta be playing Pokemon. I do need to learn how to play the card game though.
Bro, I can literally, bro, make an account on TCG Live and I can help you out.
Wait, hold on. Is it wait, the website is TGC? Hold on.
No, it's TCG Pokemon TCG Live.
Pokemon TGC Live.
TCG.
Dot. Oh, there it is. TGC.pokemon.com. Learn how to play Pokemon. Learn to franchise your Pokemon cards so you can have it at a future strip club. Oh, you can download this for Windows.
Yeah.
Windows download.
Windows,
oh,
mobile,
Lordy. All right.
Linux,
Windows. All right.
Linux.
We're gonna learn the Pokemon game. We're gonna attempt to learn the Pokemon trading card game, or attempt to play it in real time, and that might be a future stream.
It does give you a little tutorial at the start.
It might be a little stream on how to learn how to play the Pokemon card game. Because I actually... Wait, did I tell you that I had a set of, like, the old Pokemon cards, like the first gen?
I think you said something that you had something with base set cards.
That I had, the 2-player set that I sold for, like, $140.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That was a year, yeah. Oh, my God, it's been a year since I sold them.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, wow.
Yeah, it was the original 2-player, like, starter set. I mean, because... The cards you can't really use because the game's been changed so much.
Well, some people still hold retro format stuff, so you can still use them.
All right, learn to play. All right, we're gonna learn to play and get beat up by 12-year-olds.
I'd say a little older because meta players be like that.
All the freaking we're gonna learn to play. We're gonna attempt to learn the card game. And get our asses kicked. So we go into a tournament and get beat by 12-year-old kids and that have been playing Pokemon since they've been born. Yep, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna be on a future Pokemon stream. I'm gonna learn it eventually. But yeah, I already downloaded the client, and they gotta. All right, so what in the world? There's a lot going on here. Okay, so field of play, and then we'll learn it here. We'll learn it.
Yeah, you can have 1 active, 5 bench, basic energies. It's different than Pocket, where you have an energy zone. No, you have in the actual client, you have to draw into your energies and attach them.
Oh, I used to play Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh, so I played Yu-Gi-Oh. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in like 20 years, and I haven't played Magic in about 27 years. Yeah,
well,
I'm
if you
old.
need any tips, for the Pokemon TCG game, like let me know. I can help you out.
Thank you. All right. Oh, you were at the Christmas one? I was there too. I was on for 11 hours. How did I not run into you? I was streaming for 11 hours. I streamed literally. The Christmas event was, I streamed for almost 12 hours. And how did I not run into you? I have 4 pages of people I ran into. How did I not run into you?
Hey, Cara. Hello,
Hey,
man.
Roach,
How
what
you
up?
doing?
I still
Not
call
too
you Roach,
much.
even though you're still...
Hey, I'm still the same Roach.
Because
still the
that's
same
how
dude, so-
I remember you. I remember you by Roach.
Yeah, no worry, man. I'm still the same guy, so no worry. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? I'm just streaming, just having fun.
Yeah.
Just, just snorting coffee and drinking cocaine.
Wait, drinking cocaine?
Just joking.
Wait a minute. How you drink cocaine?
Hey, just joking, brother. I'm just
Inquiring minds have to know now. Huh?
I'm just drinking some 3-in-1 coffee, so strong you could wake up the dead. It's undead coffee. Anyhow, I'm feeling so energized right now. I could climb walls. Anyhow, Yeah. Hey, it's good. It's good. No worry. No worry. So how are you doing, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Now, do I really want to look up how to drink cocaine?
Yeah.
After hearing what you just said,
Yeah.
that'll mess up my search history.
Oh yeah.
It's like how to drink cocaine. Well, you take it and
Well,
you put it in a water.
Hey, you can drink cocaine also. There's coca tea at high altitudes in the Andes. They prepare a special type of tea of the leaves of the coca plant. It's coca
Oh,
tea, yeah. So you drink that tea or chew the leaves of the coca plant in order to feel energized at high altitudes.
oh, I'm looking right at it. Hold on, I'm looking right. Coca tea.
Yeah, or maybe you
Unless
chew
I'm looking at,
the
unless we're looking at, yeah, there's coca tea.
exactly
There's
coca plant tea.
so it's a leaf,
It's a leaf. It's the leaf of the coca plant.
part of
So
the Andean culture for centuries. So like in the Andes.
yeah. It's the culture of the coca plant. It's
Peru,
quite old. Quite old.
Bolivia. Oh, okay, Peru, Bolivia,
Peru,
Colombia,
Bolivia. That sort of mountainous regions
and the
where you
Andes
need
region.
but you need the extra energy to function basically.
So
There are specialized farmers in Bolivia named cocaleros that grow the coca plant for
all
that
right, so energy
specialized.
boost, altitude sickness relief,
Yeah, exactly.
digestive aid to help promote weight loss,
It's
and
just medicinal tea, not none of that drug stuff.
yeah, not yeah. We're
It's
talking about coca tea, folks, not cocaine.
exactly coca tea, not cocaine.
Coca tea.
There's a big
There's
difference,
big difference.
A very very big difference. Yeah.
As opposed to we're talking about coca tea.
Yeah, it's something cultural in the Andes regions.
And like the Andes mountains, like Peru, Bolivia, Colombia,
and all that stuff.
And
exactly.
so we're learning something new every day here in the Cara Carousel show. That coca tea,
grown by los cocaleros, of course.
I've never heard of what they call them, coca deliverers.
Cocaleros.
Coca livers. That's funny.
Yeah, los cocaleros.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Hey, it's reality, Some cultures are like that, Some cultures are very, very pragmatic, very traditional, and very ancient,
Yep.
They've been consuming coca tea since the Aztecs, since the Mayans.
Yeah, for centuries, basically.
For centuries, basically. It's a need, They discovered the plant and the traffickers took the plant and made it what it is now. It's not the farmer's fault, it's the trafficker's fault. So don't blame the poor cocaleros for the, drug traffic. Yeah.
Yep. Where is that picture you're at? Where is that at?
Well, that's the infamous Kit Kat Club in Berlin.
Oh, in Germany.
In Germany, of course.
The Kit Kat Club?
Of course, the Kit Kat Club. The den of debauchery and sin known as the Kit Kat Club.
See, now I gotta look this up. Oh, look at that. It is a... Hey, oh!
Don't put that on
It's
screen,
one of
man.
those! Okay.
One of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about breaking off a piece.
Oh, yeah, brother. I know.
Yeah. All right. Oh, it's a Berlin techno club. Okay, they do techno there. Okay. Well, all right. Well, it's been good seeing you again.
Was a pleasure seeing you, brother.
All right, good. See you later.
See you later.
All right. The Kit Kat Club. Okay. That's a new one. That's a brand new one. All right. This is gonna be a short episode, man. Only 2 hours? I mean, it's a Sunday, and it's not a lot of high-end guests on. I'm trying to decide if I should play a game or not. Should I stream a game or might play offline? I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see here. All right, we got all these Google searches. Coca tea. We're learning about black currants, the honey pack. Something about Cardi. All this literally in 2 hours. We learned about, and we're looking at pinups. But yeah, it looked like we're gonna hold on. We might do one more. Ooh, excuse me. I am so sorry.
Hello there.
What up?
Not much. How are you?
What you been up to?
Like I said, just woke up. Figure I'd pop on here for a little bit before I had to head back into work.
What's with everybody waking up like late?
Yeah. Because I don't normally go to bed till about around 6 or 7 in the morning because that's usually when I'm getting off of work.
Ah. Wait, is this a new model?
Just the current model, but with a bit of a dash of some of the older model stuff.
Yeah, you changed a few things up.
I figure it's no real sense of having the wings on right now because most of the time I've been lately when I'm streaming, those things are blocking shit.
Ah, okay. Okie dokie. All right. Well, all right. But how have you been?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well,
Why did I look
sure.
up Gilligan's Island? Now I'm getting Gilligan's Island stuff. I hate the internet.
See, that's how the internet works. The
I
moment
was
you look
looking
up
up
one
Gilligan's
thing, you get
Isle.
that.
I was looking up the lyrics to Gilligan's Island, and then all of a sudden, the first thing that comes up on my I open a new tab, is like, Gilligan's Island, folks. I'm like, God damn it.
It's like,
like, this lady is still alive. I'm like, ugh. It's like Gilligan's Island. Like, okay. It's like, son of a bitch. But how was your New Year?
This was fun, and I think my NVIDIA broadcast is messing up.
Wait, your what?
I thought my NVIDIA broadcast messed up because it's there for a little bit. My
Oh, your Nvidia's messing up.
It's been messing up.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. But yeah, see, yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, we're still doing the talk show after all this time. But yeah, we were doing. What were we doing? We were doing. Wait, were you able to log in during the Christmas event or not?
Yeah, I logged in for one of the days for it.
Okay, yeah, because that was going on basically all day.
I'm surprised you didn't tire yourself out.
Bro, I streamed. How long? I streamed for almost 12 hours. Just vupechat, because I mean there were people still on, so I'm like, why the hell not? I mean, freaking, yeah, it was about, hold on, let me check that episode. It was episode 58. It was, hold on, yeah, it was freaking, I believe it was 12 hours long. Let me see here. Yeah. So 11 hours and 20 minutes. So yeah, 11 and a half hours, almost 12 hours. I'm not doing that again. That was way too long. Oh my God. I mean, there were people still on though. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna keep going until I tire out. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I started at noon and I ended at literally almost quarter to midnight.
Yeah,
it was
like,
insane.
Yeah, like I said, I think the longest stream I did was probably 16 hours, and I didn't even realize it went on that long.
Yeah, see, no. Depending on what you're doing, though.
Oh no, I was just in the middle of playing where winds meet, and it's like
Oh
I just
yeah. Oh yeah, that'll definitely do it. Yeah.
Completely tuned out and forgot I was still streaming.
Yeah, I played Satisfactory and I lost track of time.
Like then I think the second longest was an Outlast Trials.
Oh, Outlast. I might have to try that one day, but I don't do horror though. But freaking somebody got me wanting to play this one horror game that I gotta try out. But we'll see. That'll probably be something in the future. All right, but it's good seeing you again. All right. I was there. I didn't see you there. I freaking ran in almost everybody. But yeah, I see you. You're freaking. Yeah, you'll come back after you're done with your new outfit. Okay. What up?
Hello.
How you doing?
Yes.
Okay. It's just okay.
I mean, what do you expect? I'm a freaking goober.
All right, alrighty.
God. Oh, I need to stretch myself there.
Okay. You're not in VR chat fighting. You're not in VR chat. Oh, well, you kind of.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not in that world right now.
Oh.
Decided to chill out for today.
Okay. Wait, where are you at?
It's this world. What the heck is this? Hold on.
You be going to places you don't know where you're going.
It's called Quiet Night. I think that's. I'm assuming that's the translation of the Japanese here.
Quiet Night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, Quiet Night.
Yeah, see they got a little timer there.
Yep, that's my.
Or your clock.
That's like my actual time. Yeah.
Yeah, based on your time zone. So it is 9.
Yep.
Hold on, 9? No.
No, it's 8:14.
8:14 p.m. over
how
across the pond. Wait, how do you what?
Yeah, over across the pond, literally.
Wait, how do you what? What were you saying?
You said over across the pond? Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit, mate. We're literally across the pond.
Yep. You're right all the way on the other side. I'm over there.
Yeah. Too bad your continent isn't rendered.
No, it is not rendered.
Yeah.
So where are we at? 8:03. We're at 8:03.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. My brain is empty. My brain is empty right now.
You're definitely in sleep mode because you ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just like talk more, hop up for the night, play ukulele, and sleep. Yeah.
Alrighty. Valorant's awesome. That's gonna trigger him. He went on a rant yesterday about how Valorant is, because he plays Counter-Strike. So we were talking about Valorant and how Valorant is like Counter-Strike. So I know he's gonna come in my stream like, how dare you say that Valorant is a great game, blah blah blah, or something like. I don't freaking know. Oh, he's gonna get me for that one. Oh boy. Wait, so what's the new outfit? You got a new outfit? What's your new outfit? All right. Since you followed us, we gotta see what you all. Let's see what you all about. Let's see. Let's take a look and see. What the heck. What are you? Let's see here. Let's take a look and see what you are. We're gonna be in there and be like, what the heck? Okay, you got chained together.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's Christmas outfit, and good lord. Woo! Okay, I'm messing around here. Okay, so you play. All right, so you play. Oh, okay. Growing Up, Chained Together, Lethal Company, Minecraft. Okay, all right. Keep eye on you. All right, we're gonna have to look. All right, we're gonna have to look at that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, all right. Yeah, we're gonna take a look. All right, we already followed you. All right, so you're at 414 now. All right, where are all the people at? Good lord, what the hell? What is going on? Yeah, anytime I log into anytime I jump in anyone's streams, I always say "Sup, player." That way you know it's me. I always say this. If you're streaming and you see this, it's definitely me. It'll be like, "What's up, player?" It's gonna be anybody I run into, be like, "What's up, player?" And they know it's me. All right, so last month. Oh wait, no, that was a clip from last month. All right. Who is this? And oh, there she is. What up?
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, doing all right. Doing all right. So when's this lineless art coming? Or when you gonna?
Hopefully
Or when you
start of
gonna?
next
When you
month.
gonna pull the? When you gonna pull the trigger? Like, hey, I'm doing missions on lineless art.
Hopefully start of next month at least.
All right, start of next month. Okay.
Hopefully.
Okay. All right. Okay. For those in the chat that want stained glass art like this one, this person right here is the artist responsible for it. Go to the page right now. I'm gonna put in the little freaking in the chat. She needs the money. She gotta get a new PC.
Yes, I'm trying to get new PC.
Yeah, she gotta get a new PC. She's the one who made the art, the stained glass art. If you want one like this one, she can do it right there. I put the link in the chat. So go check it out. She's cheap and she's got got the whole thing there. I'm already on the wait list for the experimental lineless art, but the emotes are closed. Okay, back to the show.
Yeah, I'm planning to add another the type of stained glass art. It's gonna be more like your character here with just basic shape of like the
Oh, okay,
background.
just straight up. Okay, your character here
It's
kind of
gonna be
thing.
cheaper because it's gonna be just a base.
Yeah. And all you're doing is
normal
just
shape.
drawing whatever on there.
Yeah. And of course, I will ask still the colors what you want.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
be
not
sure to
gonna be a
ask for
step.
colors because I had no idea what she was on about.
So I normally ask the background color, the shape, the line colors, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Those are the three
Background
things I
line.
normally ask. If you don't put them to anywhere, I will come to your DMs. I will slide there.
She'll go in there with a knife and threaten you.
Like
Be
I
like, look
always
here.
message like
Look
I said
here.
always
You want this commission done? Like you better give me the colors. You better give me the colors you want. Otherwise, you ain't getting it done, and you ain't getting
If
your
you
money
don't give me
back.
colors, I will choose myself.
Okay.
So be wary of that.
Be wary. Yeah. So choose your colors wisely, and you'll be all right.
I normally look at it like the design and just basically what I can see, like the colors.
And
Like
if you have
I
a
normally try
character
to
sheet,
match
it's a
them
lot
close.
easier. If you have a
If
character
you give
sheet
me
that
the
you can give
colors,
her,
it's easy.
If the color sheet if the character sheet has the the color palette like on there, then it might be a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
much easier than if there's
Much
a little
easier
color
than
palette.
just So then trying to
So
figure
I don't
out
need
what
to
the
start
hell.
guessing your colors.
Yeah. Now, do you go by like hex codes or the RGB codes or whatever it is?
I go by hex codes.
Okay, so hex codes. Okay. All right. Okay. That's all right. So yeah, hex code. All right. So all right, she goes by hex codes.
Like, of course, if there's a little like a square or something that shows the actual color, it's always easiest. But if you can somehow dig yourself the hex codes, that's always nice thing as well.
Yeah. I kind of know the hex codes of most of my font by heart. I know it's like E4 something something. At least for the logo. The logo the logo back there, it's like a hot pink, or it's a Barbie pink. That's the hex code.
I learned one fact. My hair color is like the orange side is actually, I think, it's a dangerous tangerine name.
Yeah, according to schemecolor.com, the Barbie code, the code is it's called Barbie pink. That's the color scheme. I mean, that was kind of the idea, was to be a Barbie pink.
Yeah.
Was kind of have that Barbie
Still
pink.
trying to find my actual colors that fits my design.
Yep, Barbie pink. It's perfect. And why is my V bridger all? Oh wait, no, here we go. Let's start this. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. But now, how you doing?
Okay, fuck you. I'm just chilling. I'm about to go bed because I'm getting fucking tired.
Yeah, it's late over there.
Yeah, it's like 10.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I had a 2-hour stream that I just yapped up fucking.
Yeah, you were just yapping earlier. I was just let me just tune in and see what's going on. All right, go to bed.
Take care.
All right. Okay. All right. Why is my hold on? Okay, there we go. That was the goal, was to be an elf Barbie. Shinzo, you alright?
Hey, Cara.
Hey, what up?
I'm doing. It's not that bad. How about yourself?
Doing alright.
Yeah, I woke up about an hour ago.
Oh. Everybody wake. I mean, it's a weekend, so why the hell not?
No, I also work nights, so.
Hey, Hey, more money though.
So this is still my morning, technically.
Hey, it's more money though.
A little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Somebody in my chat who was on vupechat during the Christmas holiday, and haven't talked to him before, but they're watching right now. She says, "Damn, you know everyone." I kind of, I mean,
yeah,
I know the core people that come on, which is how many people are like in the core group that I normally, at least 50 to 50, maybe 80.
About
probably around that. Yeah. I'm kind of known.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, but yeah, I'm usually I'm on every weekend, so, and I do the talk show every weekend, so yeah. So, but yeah, you can catch the next episode of the Cara Carousel show Saturdays at 4 p.m. So this upcoming Saturday will be the 4 p.m. one on the 17th, and then we'll do next Sunday, the 18th, and then the 19th for Mentor Monday, where everybody and their grandma will try to be online and be like, let's find some mentors.
Yep.
But I try to talk to
Mentor
everybody.
Monday seems to be the big one.
Yeah, usually Mentor Monday is usually the big one for most people. That's for me. That's right after work. I gotta rush home and then everybody move out the way. I gotta get to my show.
Right.
Yeah. So, but we are 200. No, hold on. Yeah, 190 something people until we hit 1,000 people.
Nice.
Yeah, we're in the 800s now. That includes the off shows, like the shows that aren't on Saturdays, like the Thanksgiving, the Black Friday show. I'm counting that. I'm counting I counted a lot of shows. Good Lord. I counted the Friday show when they were doing TwitchCon. Yeah, I counted those. But yeah, I believe we're 60, almost 70 episodes already.
Nice.
Somewhere around there, if you count the extra ones. So yeah, 70, somewhere around, yeah. But chronologically, this is the 64th episode. I gotta see when the 100th one is happening. I don't know if I get that far. The 100th episode of the Cara Carousel show. That is if vupechat is still a thing a year from now.
Oh, it probably will.
But we will see. Yeah, one day we'll I'm gonna get to 100 episodes. I wasn't expecting to be doing it this long. I'm gonna do a stream one day where I watch the first episode of the Cara Carousel show. It's like 7 hours long though. I would have to just skim through it. There was no intro. There was no intro or anything. I still had the 2.0 model. I just basically, I'm like, it's time to do a talk show, the Cara Carousel show on vupechat, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, it took almost 50 episodes for it to finally catch on. It took at least 6 months. It took about 7 months for people to actually like, okay, I'm like, all right, he's in here for real.
Yep.
All right, it was good seeing you again.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, Cara.
All right, see you later. All right. Yeah, I do kind of know everybody, don't I? Oh my God, I kind of do. Like the core group. This is a nice stream to listen to while doing art. I'm so happy I found my way here. Well, I appreciate you. I'm the ultimate background noise. Well, like, yeah, you have like a little, it's like a podcast. It's like having a podcast, but you can listen to it while you're doing art streams. It's freaking sweet. And hey, Octo, what up?
Hello.
How you doing?
How's it going, Cara?
It's going on.
Hi, doing well. Now, is it okay if I give you a little bit of a warning?
Uh-oh.
So there's a little bit of a rumor going around that I have a friend named Killian Ghost who is experiencing vupechat for the very first time today.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute, we got fresh meat.
Oh yeah, she is so wonderful. She's an awesome friend. I will say if you guys ever meet her, please go easy on her.
I'm gonna talk to her like I talk to everybody else.
Oh yeah, she's
I'm gonna
amazing.
talk to her like everybody else I talk to on the Cara Carousel show. I'll come in or I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? And be like,
hey,
be like,
how you doing?
How you doing? And then I'll be like, you're on a talk show. No, it's the Cara Carousel show. And then shock the hell out of people. Yeah.
She just recently did an interview with somebody. I'm not sure if you've seen him, like Eric Loy. It's on YouTube. She just did an interview with him.
Wait, who?
Eric Loy. I don't think he's a VTuber himself, but he does a lot of interviews with VTubers. From what I saw, I think she's like his 998th interview, I want to say.
Oh shit. Wait,
He's done a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
I had an interview with him. It was like the 280 something interview that I was on. So you could tell like how many interviews he did between her and I.
Oh, okay. Eric, you said his name is Eric Loy.
Eric Loy interviews.
Eric Loy interviews. Is that L-O-Y? Oh, there it is. Oh, I found him. Okay. Damn. Oh, there's Killian Ghost. Oh, that's what they look like? Okay.
Yeah, 745.
745.
Yeah, Killian is very, very cool. And if you check out her YouTube, her second latest clip, her clip right behind her latest clip, you'll probably notice a very familiar octopus.
All right, let me look in. All right,
We had very funny interactions with each other. So
Eric
yeah,
Lloyd.
but
okay.
But I will definitely say you will definitely have a lot of fun chatting with her. She is super cool. She's a horror streamer. She plays Phasmophobia a lot. And she wanted to try out VoopChat. So I decided to hop on VoopChat with her. I'm in a Discord call with her right now with Deathens. I matched with her first, which I did not expect. But
Talk about hitting that algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. Got it perfectly. And I introduced her a little bit. I showed her some of the items. Told her about a few things.
You should have told her to watch out for the elf with the talk show.
I completely forgot about that. I didn't even realize we were going to be live. I didn't realize their show was going to be live.
Well, tell her to be on the lookout for an elf with a talk show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're in the same Discord, I mean, freaking just tell her, like, there's an elf with a talk show looking for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's seeing my stream. She's seeing my stream. I'm seeing her stream right now, though.
Oh, she's streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
No, she's not streaming. Streaming on Discord. Streaming on Discord. She's not live on Twitch right now.
All right.
Yeah, she's just busy chatting with another person right now. So you know.
All right. So just DM her or be on the lookout for an elf with a talk show.
I will definitely let her know that.
All right.
And I'm sure she'll be very excited about it. Oh yeah. Also, in case you're wondering what's behind me, whenever somebody, because almost anytime I match with somebody, the first thing they'll always bring up are my tentacles. So I made this.
0 day. It's backwards on my screen, but 0 days
since
the last.
Damn it!
I mean, 0 days since the last tentacle mention.
Yeah, that counter has never went up. I'm telling you that right now. It's never went up.
Probably never will.
Probably never will. Exactly. It was nice chatting with you.
All right. Good seeing you.
Hope to see you again.
All right. So we gotta be on the lookout for Killian Ghost. All right. Watch this be her. Ding. All right, here it comes. Ding. Come on now. Ding. Son of a bitch! Ding!
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Give me the goddamn ding! She's probably talking to somebody. We're gonna get cued eventually. Eventually, we're gonna get cued. Maybe. No, that's Taka. Goddamn, I want to talk to Taka. I already talked to Taka. I want to talk to Killian Ghost.
Attention. A viewer has reminded you to hydrate.
You know what? That's a good idea. Thank you. And you know what? We gotta take a... Wait, no. Oh, that was Wazy Cow. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Wazy. I apologize, Mr. Cow. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Just give me... Hold on. Where are we at? Normally, we put ads up. You know how VTubers have their little ads and all that stuff where they have the... But here are my ads. We'll be right back in about... Hold on, which ad do I want to play? This one? Or do we want to go with this one? Hold on. Let's go with this one. All right. I got to take a pee break, so we'll be right back.
Nerf. Guys, this is the dark tag match we've been waiting for against the toughest team we've faced yet. We'll keep them busy with the Fury Fire, then go in with the Strike Fire to tag them out. Today is the day. Remember, this is our house. Let's go! Dark Tag. Strike Fire and Fury Fire sets each sold separately. It's Nerf or nothing.
Nerf. Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations. It's electronic talking battleship from Milton Bradley. So real it really talks. Battleship armed. Battleship armed. We're talking instant programming, free skill levels, and only Milton Bradley's got them. Carrier hit. carrier hit. Against the computer or opponent, your mission, sink the enemy's fleet. Battleship sunk. Battleship sunk.
Yeah, now you're talking.
Electronic talking battleship and original battleship. Only from Milton Bradley.
All right, welcome back. Okay, so let's see if we run into the... What's her name? Killian Ghost? And we're looking at this guy's YouTube channel. He's talked with a lot of people. Let's see. People I don't know, but that's cool though. Starry Muse, okay. Damn. That's all right. That's really cool. Okay. Now, is there an application on how you do that, or do you want to be part of the... That's cool. When did he start this channel? 2010. Okay, so he's still trying to... What was his oldest video? Okay, so he just started putting content on there. Okay. All right, that's all right. That's all right. Okay. The surge is about to happen in about 5 minutes. So we're gonna see if we run into the ghost before the surge. But yeah, that's cool though. It's like these are their stories. Ding ding. Like the Law and Order. Oh my god, I need that as a redeem. Have the Law and Order redeem. The Law and Order ding ding for the redeem. That's gonna be a new redeem. I gotta make that a new redeem. I need to find... Well, first I gotta find the Law and Order sound effect too. Shouldn't take that long. Should not take that long to find the Law and Order. Let me see here. All right. Law and Order. Okay, I cannot spell law. Oh my god. Law and Order sound effect. That was quick. Is that it? Wait, did it even play? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, yeah. That's the Law and Order sound effect. And where are all the people? Hold on, we gotta, let me see here. Let's see here. We gotta, all right, but yeah, there's Naira's thing. Oh, it's 10:30 over there. It shows what time it is over in their time zone. Okay. But I appreciate all 4. Oh, yeah, it's down to 4 people. Oh, it went down. It went down. But John Gruden. What happened with John Gruden? All right, let me refresh the yeah, the surge is about to happen in about, hold on, 4 minutes. Oh, there's Ray. Let's talk to Ray. Let's talk to Ray. Why the hell not?
All right.
Hey, what up?
Hey, how's it going?
All
Where's your
right.
desk?
Oh, hey, hold on.
Not
Oh, yeah,
much.
we are doing the show. Okay. I forgot we're still doing the show.
what?
Yeah, we were messing around here, waiting for people in the queue.
Oh, okay. I'm just like used to seeing your desk and your background, and I'm like, oh wait, it's all gone now.
Wait, what happened to? Did he get evicted from the studio?
Did you forget to pay your rent?
Did I forget? They're like, oh my god, I should do that one day where the lights are off. And like, I ain't got no desk. They took the desk.
Yeah,
I forgot to pay the maintenance fee.
Yeah, just go in dark mode and just be like,
wait, how you do that? You did that in the where's that at?
Oh,
Like in the
you know, I know exactly where it's at. I just cannot think of the actual name for it.
model set? No. Scene.
I think it's on the camera. Display lighting.
Hold on, where we go? Hold on. Let's see. Settings. Camera. Oh, display lighting. There it is. Brightness. Dark. No, wait, no, it's off. Wait, now it's on. And that's right. I forgot that I used this to as a teaser for the new model. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that joint. Oh yeah.
And I made it toggle where it's on and off for me, so I can turn it on when off.
Oh, you just press the button.
Yeah, and that was just that's a custom expression I got.
Okay, yeah, I might do this for the new model, or when the new outfit comes out. I'm like, oh, here she is, new outfit, blah blah blah. It maybe, I don't know. Now wait, hold on. How do I add another a second one? Because I only have the one.
Uh,
I gotta figure out how to add a second one. Hold on, let me see here. Brightness? No. Do we turn it window? No, that's not it.
I don't know. I'm going to my expression so I can figure it out for sure.
I mean, I'll figure it out later. I mean, it's not a big like to do right now. Do I have to turn that on? Let's see, off, on, no.
All right. Screen overlay on your expressions.
I mean, it's not that big a deal. I mean, I can work with it later. I mean, it's not that, you know. But yeah, I forgot I had this for this thing. And then you can, oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we turn it on. Okay,
nice. Yeah. There you go.
just change the overlay.
Yep.
And then you just, okay. So yeah, I kind of had this. It's kind of like, this is my new model. It's all, you know, with the little see-through. Okay, what's brightness do? Oh, okay. That's way too bright. Smoothness. Okay, smoothing. And then you got, okay, so.
You probably get to actually work. You should probably get to work with the background lighting itself, so it looks like you're actually in that time of day.
Yeah, I gotta figure. Yeah, I'll figure that out. All right, let me turn this off. Okay. All right, we'll work with it later. We will work with it later. And there's the surge.
Yep. Oh, hopefully you have a good one.
Good. All right. I gotta run into somebody. I'll see you later. We gotta run into the ghost. Do we get the ghost? No, that's not the ghost. Damn it. We may not get her. But we'll see. We will see indeed. Oh, that's the guy from yesterday. It's Darius. How you doing? Yeah.
This guy again.
What do you mean, this guy again?
Hello again.
You're like, oh God, it's the elf with the talk show again. Oh no, here we go.
No, I said hello again. I didn't say this guy again. I said hello
you were
again.
like, I'm like, oh God. It's like, oh God, I gotta talk to him again.
No, I liked talking to you last time.
Okay. All right.
I enjoyed talking to you last time.
Hey, it's different from what you normally see on VoopChat.
Why are you so mean today?
I'm not mean. You came like, oh wait, it's this guy again. But
no, I didn't. I said hello again.
But all right. But how are you?
I'm just very tired. I'm good. How about you?
All right. Yeah, we're doing all right. But yeah, it's like, I'm like, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh God, it's like, it's him. Anybody that comes on that's brand new, usually it's either, oh, it's Cara again. Or it's like, it's his. Like, oh wait, is this the talk show? It's like, yeah, it is.
Nah, not me. I enjoy talking with you.
But yeah. But you run any how many crap? How many people that you ran into? Or are you not keeping count?
Fuck knows. But I do know I encountered 2 other Scottish people today. So
okay.
That's
there's
more than I've ever seen on this app.
Yeah, there's a few.
Before today, I'd seen a 0 before today, so on this website.
There's a few. I mean, it's early in the day as opposed to yesterday.
I mean, it is 8 p.m. here in Scotland, so it is a bit on the later end for us Scots.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, the Saturday event started at 9 your time, so.
I think I was there for that one yesterday.
Yeah, you were here yesterday. Yeah,
that back then I ended my stream yesterday at 15 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. Currently, I am at 8 hours and 43 minutes. Just hit 43 minutes.
What were you doing? Why are you doing these long streams?
I'm bored, I'm autistic, and I'm unemployed. I've got nothing else to do.
Oh, okay.
Aside from looking for a job I did not want to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than being bored, I guess.
Yeah. But I am still very bored. At this moment, I am tired. I am fighting the tiredness.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking to you. I've kind of woken up a bit.
Yeah, livened it up.
My eyes hurt less. Yeah, my eyes hurt a little less.
You should play. I mean, they hurt a little less because of the boobs, isn't it? You're like, wait a minute. Oh, I'm awake now. I see titties on the screen.
Neuron activation.
I see titties on the screen. I'm awake. I'm awake now. I'm like, all right. Got that boost I needed to stay awake.
What was up? Oh, what you saying? I was like, can you repeat that?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm paying attention now.
Yeah. Nah. Fucking hell.
Like, I'm paying attention now. They're like, good Lord Almighty.
Sure. I forgot. You've just reminded me. I've got a big bottle of water that could keep me awake. Never thought about using this.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I always stay hydrated.
I genuinely forgot. I know why I forgot this, because I usually put this in the freezer for like several hours.
Oh, that
Like,
way
when
it's
I
nice and cold.
Yeah, when I had a job, I used to work 9 to 5, so I'd fill this up. When I'd wake up, I'd make sure this is completely topped up. I'd put it in the freezer, and by the time I got home at 4 o'clock, it would not be fully frozen solid. It's just like the top of it and the sides, the bottom would be frozen enough that I'd grab the ball, I'd just grab the sides, squeeze and crush the ice. So it'd be a bunch of chunks and icicles all over the place, swirling around. It'd be nice and ice cold.
Yeah, that's the
And
there you go.
And the chunks of ice would keep it colder as I radiate heat off my body in my room.
Yep, keep it cooler
nice
longer.
and cold until obviously it gets room temperature because all the ice is melted.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
it would be, but once I did that, it would be cold for the next like 6 hours.
Yep, that's the goal. Keep it cold.
So if I'm working in a hot ass kitchen to come home, crushing the ice, opening this up, nice ice cold water for the next 6 hours until I fall asleep.
Yep.
Or I finished it.
Yep. Then there you go. Well, all right. Well, it's good seeing you again, and go to bed.
No,
God damn.
I'm here.
Go to sleep. You've been streaming for 16 hours. What is wrong with y'all? Go to bed. Is that the VTuber lore? For some, yeah. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta make money somehow. For me, VTubing is a very expensive hobby. As of right now. I mean, yeah, it is not my full time. But let's see if we what was the name of this ghost lady? Withering Ghost, something. But we're looking at this Killian Ghost. Okay. An hour ago. But he's pumping these interviews out. Jesus. He's got an interview like every couple days. All right, let's see. I don't know any of these people are. Kiwi Thick Shake. That's a weird name. All right. Hadiru Kuro. Does he just find people or do people submit things for it or whatever? Yeah, some of these are long. All right, see Cassian. Lala, that's a cool name. Lolokov cocktail, like Molotov. Lolokov. Okay, so Lolokov. Queenie. Dang, that model's creepy. That's scary. Oh my god. Okay, that's a scary looking one. Lucky M Tempest. And we're not playing with Carl. Do not play with Carl if you're scared of stuff. But it seems like that's all we're getting is Carl. Alright, so let's see here. But yeah, is that part of VTuber lore? Of course it is. But let's see if we run in any more people. If not, we might have to call. How many people are left? There's not that many people left on vupechat, is it? We're gonna take a look. Let's 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 take a look. Hey. You know what? While we wait, we might have to play some music here. Hold on. Let me find the one song that doesn't get muted. While we wait for the queue. It is if we hold on. Let's see how many people are actually left. There are 30 people left, aka like 25. There's like maybe 25 people left. Don't let that number fool you. So yeah, so you take away like the bots, which is 2, and then maybe like 3 people, the Surge Beast, Carl, and so yeah, it's roughly less than 20. Well, less than 15 technically. So yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. All right, but let me find someone to raid while we wait for the people. Let me see here. Do we want to raid? Let's see here. Jarko. Let's see. Jarko streaming. Ray streaming. If you want more vupechat, we can do Ray, or we can do Azuma the Crimson, who we were just talking to earlier. Because it looked like we're getting down to the nitty gritty of people. We got Starlight Roseheart. Okay, we could do her. We could do Lacrimosa Rose, who's playing Dying Light. Y'all in these horror games, man. Good lord. Wait, Musical Fox has VGen commissions? I didn't know that. The fuck? Where are these VGen commissions at? Oh, there's Exceline. What up?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Yes, I currently have some new stuff on my model again. Now that I'm actually wearing glasses, like real glasses.
Yeah, you got glasses on. Wait, hold on, we got a match. Hold on. All right, now we're matching. All right, we're good to go.
Well, I got a semi-frame, so you can actually see here.
Well, you got what?
It's a semi-frame. Semi-frame.
Oh, semi-frame. Oh, half in it. Okay, half. Oh, semi-frame glasses.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, I also updated my model again. Now that I have a personal lantern.
You got a what? A personal
it's a lantern, like this one.
Oh.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, you got a lantern.
Because yeah, I mean, I can probably just pick it up and just there.
Oh, okay. I was say, like, where's this lantern at? I'm like, oh, I thought that was part of the scene.
Yeah. No, it's actually mine.
Okay. No giant cannons or anything.
Nothing yet.
That's
the only reason I have my lantern is because, like right now, if I have like I'm actually facing away, my hair looks really dark. So yeah, people actually were puzzled on how we look like. So.
And you got the thing that comes out too.
Yeah, I can also adjust the like the settings as well. If I need to like make it more like warmer. Like let's see.
I'm gonna get there one day where I'll do a 3D rendition of the Cara Carousel show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get there one day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my own stage with the TV in it.
I'm not sure which one's good though. What do you think is really good? Warm or cool?
I mean, since you outside, probably cold.
Okay. There you go.
That way it matches.
Good point.
Yeah. I'm gonna get there one day to where I'll be all 3D and have the 3D edition of the Cara Carousel show with the boobies and the thighs and all that.
Yeah, I was actually like thinking like you'll have this one big carousel and you're doing your talk show on a carousel.
Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. Is there a carousel actual like? I need to find. You know what? I gotta find some carousel font now, or some carousel. Not font. You know what I mean? Like actual like a video of a carousel and me spinning on it or something, or where we're actually riding a carousel.
Thinking like you're if you're on let's say you're on a 3D platform already and you're trying to meet new people.
Yeah, you'd be on an actual carousel.
And, you'll spawn this one big carousel, and you'll ride one, and then the other person that you're going to interview will also ride one, and you'll do the talk show while you're riding on it.
Now, are we on horses or we're in like the carriage thingy? Because you know the carousel's got
the
like
horses are fine.
I mean, I don't know. Might be a little odd depending on who the guest is.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, all depends.
Change those horses to something else.
It'd be like the it'd be the actual carousel show, but on a carousel.
On a carousel.
Even though the carousel name has nothing to do with actual carousels.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has nothing to do with it though. But I mean, hey, worth a shot.
Yes.
Be worth a try. And ooh. I might have to get this commissioned here by Musical Fox. For just in time for Valentine's Day.
Are you actually gonna do like the carousel idea?
No, I don't know, but yeah. When people think carousel, they think
I just thought it would be fun.
Nah, I mean, interesting idea though. I mean, look, there'd be a commission of me actually riding a carousel, like on an actual horse though. But
oh dang.
I mean, we'll see though. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but it's good talking to you again.
Yeah, it's good talking to you too.
Yeah, see you later.
You too. You have a good one.
Alrighty, you too. All right. Ooh, you know what? Let's get this music. Let's get this your character here kind of thing. Let's see here. Do we want the love in a bottle or stamp? Oh, I say we take the stamp. A Cara Carousel stamp. You want a Cara Carousel stamp? All right, how many people are left? 33. The number went up. When did the number come up? What the hell? How'd the number jump back up? But I see our friend Musical Fox is...
I'm back. I've made it.
It took you almost 3 hours to get it. We got almost 3 hours to get on there.
I finally made it. I
And
had a
like-
group chat like around the same time that you started your stream, and I was like, "Will I make it?"
Yeah, freaking. Yeah, I do the whole intro and everything. Freaking, that's how. I usually start late anyway. So with a whole opening and the musical intro, it's awesome.
Hey, I made it back, and I was just about to get off. So
Yeah, I was about to get off too because it's starting to die down.
yeah, the event's kind of died off now.
I mean, it's a Sunday. You're not gonna expect anything to be like, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
So it's not, nothing
How's the talk
too...
show been so far?
It's been all right. I mean, it's a Sunday. I'm not expecting anything spectacular. Unless there's a special guest on, you're not going to see a lot of people on. So
yeah.
And usually people come in late. So no big deal, though.
Maybe there'll be like a late surge of people later on.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes there is, I've noticed, people that like miss the event and then they're like, oh, maybe there's people still on afterwards.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, usually. All right, so let me... Okay, so... Sorry, I'm looking at... I'm getting a commission done here in a minute. So, I'm sorry. But yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah. Somebody also ran into on vupechat is doing more commissions. But yeah, the stained glass art I linked in the chat and the pin in the chat. So if you want stained glass art... Naira, who I just talked to, is she does it. So yeah, she's good.
Okay.
Support
Noted.
support
I
small
love stained glass
streamers,
art.
support small artists.
True. I just recently got an emote commission finished.
Oh, well, all right.
I would show it off, but unfortunately, it's animated, and my background doesn't like doing that. So, and it's not accepted yet on Twitch. So I can't show it,
you can't even use it yet. Okay.
I can use it on Discord, but not Twitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had some, but I can't use them because they're single letters. You can't have single letters on Twitch.
That's really weird.
I don't know, but yeah.
I know I can like demonstrate the emote with my model.
Yeah, it's me holding a W and me holding an L. Apparently Twitch doesn't like that. So I'm like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, that was a waste of $30, but I use it for Discord though.
I'm trying to like I can never remember the controls for this fucking app. There we go. It's like I start down here, you can just see my little ears and then I just go.
Oh, you just pop up.
It's a little like pop-up emote. It's so cute.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
love getting our commission. It feels so nice getting it back too.
Yeah.
One of the greatest joys in life.
Yeah. I'm looking to get that done. So I'm looking to. What I intend on doing this year, if I can afford it, get on the Uwu market.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, have my own little line of merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I need a Dakamakura. I gotta get a Dakamakura commissioned, and then yeah, I got a list. Well, kind of a list, but yeah, so we're making progress. So a Cara Carousel. All right, so somebody in my chat said a pinup, so I need a pinup now. A Dakamakura, and I already got an idea for another outfit. So I'm putting my artist through college too. Jesus Christ. Spending all this damn money on outfits.
I love supporting artists. I've made an effort on like for my emotes. I've made an effort to have all of my emotes from a different artist.
Okay.
And it shows if I go to your chat and demonstrate. I have made a solid effort to have all my emotes completely different artist.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's been so cute because there's so many good artists out there, and I'm just like, I could have one set artist for all my emotes.
Yeah.
But I like supporting all the artists.
Yeah. Absolutely.
As an artist myself, it just feels nice.
Yeah. I am not an artist, so I just give money away. Like, here, draw this.
Oh my god, it's not letting me have more time.
Hey, uh-oh.
Vupechat.
Hey, oh, you had too much time.
I made it. I
Yeah,
was just spamming the button.
You're spamming the button. Freaking got all this time in there. Good lord.
It's fine. It'll run out.
Yeah, it'll run out. Yeah. I think that surge just happened. All right, so but yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I got surged and then I met with a friend who just recently got on Vupechat and I was like, hey, you're on here now.
Wait, who'd you run into?
I was only their third match, so you probably haven't met them yet. Their name is Killian Ghost.
Oh, I'm trying to run into them. Yeah, Octo Jinx was telling me about them. They're in a Discord. I'm trying to interrogate them to add them to my count.
Well, I told them about you in advance.
All right. Well, we're gonna be they're gonna be ready then.
They're gonna be ready for
you. All right.
You.
See you later.
Now, so.
All right. let me see if we run into Killian Ghost. If not, oh well. Yeah. Let's see if we run into the ghost. Damn it, that's not the ghost. Oh, it's Naid. Hey!
Of course, it would be the first person I see today.
What? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's the matter?
Literally... And I was like, of course it would be Cara I run into first.
Oh, I'm like, here he is. He's doing his talk show again.
Oh, it was kind of neat, actually, because it was like it actually does
alert,
a little audio thing. Yeah,
that's actually kind of neat. That I paid $100 to have put on here.
Oh, that's actually cool, though.
Yeah, I know. It fits me perfectly, considering I'm on here a lot.
That's true.
I'm getting my money's worth.
That's true.
Yeah, each of these episodes is like $2. It's like $2 an episode. So I'm getting my money's worth. But how have you been? How's your New Year?
My New Year's was it was quiet. I had quiet holidays this year.
Oh, so. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't do much. Didn't really celebrate. Just kind of
Yeah,
stayed
neither did
home.
I. I was here. Look, I was sitting in my chair at the turn of the year. I'm like, all right, yep. And then I went to bed at like maybe 2 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm good. All right, yep, new day. I don't care about years. Like freaking, just freaking back to work.
Right. I totally get that.
That was kind of my thing. It's like, yeah, all right, yep, another year. Like, okay, yeah.
I feel like New Year's is overrated. Like I understand everyone's got their thing with New Year's, like the whole New Year, new me. Meanwhile, me, I'ma just be here and be the same me.
I'm just gonna
because
survive.
I'm good.
I'm just
I'm good
gonna
with who I
survive.
am. I don't need to change.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like I'm getting older. It's freaking, I don't really care right now. It's like, hey, it's like the older you get, the less you care.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that as an old person
You're
myself.
like, hey, we in there. Like, hey, we're
Yeah.
here. Why, like, all right, we're here and we're doing.
We're here.
Like,
Why do I need to become someone else for a new year?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand it. I didn't even understand that as a kid, like the new year, new me thing. Like, I was always like, why do people say that? And I'm like, okay, I understand now a little bit better, but at the same time, why?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's kind of just there. All right, let me submit this. I'm submitting a commission. My bad. Hold on. We gotta begin. Okay. All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sounds like a good time.
It's only $10. I ain't, ain't too much. It's one of those your character here kind of things.
Yeah. That's always a good one.
Ooh, I got money in my PayPal account. $1.35.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, that's already about to be spent. Okay, it's gone. There it goes. $1.35.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But other than that, how you been?
We've been doing.
Okay.
We're just chilling. Just having a good time. Although I should probably change what I'm streaming because I'm a dummy.
Oh.
I'm sitting there like, wait, why does it still say I'm streaming Avatar?
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's a game called the Avatar game. The Avatar game.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's based on the movies,
which I have not seen yet.
I have heard they're good. I kind of skimmed the first one, but I'm gonna have to rewatch it. But I am obsessed with this game. Like graphically, it's beautiful, even on like the lowest settings.
Oh, okay.
I've been enjoying it greatly.
All right. Cool beans.
It's a good time.
All right, I might have to look into that. I might have to look into that when it's on sale.
I actually bought it when it was on sale, and it was still expensive as hell.
Oh. Okay.
Because there's a new expansion. There's now third person mode, so you can play the game instead of first person in third person, like over the shoulder, which is my preferred style of game.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of fun. I found out it's co-op after a certain point, and I'm like, ooh,
hey,
I'm gonna go come get it and play with me.
All right. Oh, cool.
Good time.
All right. As you see, we hit 800 plus, so we're at 800 and something now.
Hey,
as far as number of people that we've ran into, or that I'm counting. But yeah, we're somewhere. Yeah, it's like 800, and right now it's what 803, 804, I believe.
Hey.
All right. Well, it's been nice seeing you again.
Of course.
You have fun.
Of course.
All right. All right. And hey, Birdman, how you doing? And hold on, give me a few minutes, okay? I gotta hold on. Give me like hold on. Let me do this. Let me run it through the commercial break. So I gotta attend to something real quick.
Boys, that is the sorriest first half I've ever seen. So here's what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna get changed.
Change.
Then, we're gonna get on the bus.
The bus!
Then, we're gonna go home.
We're gonna go home!
We can play video games.
Loss of competitive edge. Another unfortunate side effect of hunger. Grab a Snickers. Packed with peanuts, caramel, and chocolate.
Later on, we're gonna take a nap.
Snickers, don't let hunger happen to you.
How can you say you're in love with her?
Because I am. But you just met her at the supermarket.
What can you possibly do together?
She gives me Snickers peanut butter squared and I eat it.
It's Snickers with creamy peanut butter. Would you like one? Look, I don't care if she's your girlfriend. You're not taking her to the beach with us.
Hey, girl, you got a cooler for those?
Yes, I do. Oh.
Let's just keep an open mind.
If you love it, tell your friends.
If you like peanut butter and chocolate, you'll love peanut butter and Snickers. Try Snickers peanut butter squared.
Okay, so which one tasted better?
Steve.
Yeah, the guy.
With Lisa, I only tasted peanut butter and chocolate.
Lisa had just eaten a peanut butter cup.
But with Steve, I tasted something more. It was peanut butter and Snickers.
Peanut butter
You're
and
right.
Snickers.
Yeah, that's
Steve had just eaten Snickers peanut butter squared.
Steve was delicious.
Yeah. I'd love another taste.
Oh, certainly.
Eat both squares, please.
If you like peanut butter and chocolate, you'll love peanut butter and Snickers. Try new Snickers peanut butter squared.
All right, we're back. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, we had to attend something. I submitted a commission and all right, so let's see if we run into this ghost person. I highly doubt it though. We're 3 hours in and we might I don't know, we might end it here. Yeah, you like Snickers? I need more commercials. I need to add more commercials so when I go AFK I can just have a whole reel of them. Cause right now I have Snickers commercials.
A new follower.
I run Snickers commercials and I also run VR chat guy. I scare him. Yeah, I have Snickers commercials. I have yeah, I need ones that are like longer. All right, who followed me? SPD Jug 38. What kind of name is that? SPD Jug. And oh yeah, Indecisive. How are you? How you been? SPD Jug. What kind of? I gotta figure out what kind of name that is. How you call yourself SPD Jug? What is SPD Jug? Oh, you're making people into Spore. I've always wanted to play that game. The game Spore? I've never played it. I know all the hype about it when it first came out, but the hype kind of just died. I mean, it kind of came and went. It was the big, like, made by the people who made the Sims. It's Spore, ladies and gentlemen. And then, yeah, it kind of just went kapooey. Oh, that's what SPD means. Sleep paralysis demon juggalo. Oh, so he's a pimp. You pimping hoes with as a sleep paralysis demon. Wait, I think I've talked to you before, haven't I? I may have. I gotta look you up. I gotta look it up on my spreadsheet. On my spreadsheet here. Let me see here. So you can, all right, while we do that, let's see here. Sleep. Oh yeah, there we wait, no, hold on. Hold on. No, wait. Hold up. Sleep. No. I did not talk to you. At least I don't think I have. Oh, and Fox's chat. Oh, you came from Fox's chat. Oh, you have not been a guest on the Cara Carousel show yet. Yeah, I just submitted a commission. I'm like, give me a stamp. So I'm getting a stamp from Musical Fox for Valentine's Day. So we can, yeah. And funny enough, the Saturday, the 14th is on a Saturday. So I might show it off on vupechat here. Maybe, maybe not.
Hello.
How you?
Oh my god.
What's the problem? What's the problem? What is the issue?
Nothing.
What is the issue here?
Oh my god, that surprised me, not gonna lie. Caught me off guard.
Their voice is like, wait a minute, hold on.
That's not.
You're like, wait a minute, this
the
fine
most
model with huge
expected.
boobs and all here, and then all of a sudden this voice comes on, like sound like James Earl Jones, like this is CNN, and like, oh my god, threw me
I'm
off.
European. I don't know what that means.
James Earl Jones, you never heard of him?
No. What's that?
He was
I
Darth
don't know.
Vader in Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
The voice for Darth Vader.
Damn, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry
I'm
about
uncultured.
it. Yeah. You're probably too young to know who Darth Vader is.
No, I'm 27.
At least you were born before the 2000s. All right, but anyway, I do my Voop chats like we're on a talk show. It's the Cara Carousel show. I am Cara Carousel.
Awesome.
I am a babaniku. That is the term for a male using a female model. Elf Gyaru Vtuber.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now tell the folks at home what's your name, and you're not a Vtuber, are you?
Not yet.
God damn it! All right. But what's your name though? We're documenting it. What's your name?
My real name?
Not your real. I mean your VTuber name, or not your actual credential. We ain't trying to dox nobody here.
Yeah. Moon Fairy.
Moon Fairy.
Yes.
Okay, so you're not a VTuber yet.
No, I'm very interested in it though.
But you're interested in it, but okay, so what you're trying to figure out, not all right. So we'll put in not a VTuber. Okay, writing that down.
Yeah.
Not a VTuber yet.
Yeah.
So do you plan on being an actual moon fairy, or
I will try.
Or are you gonna try to go with the actual aesthetic of
The
being a
lore?
fairy that's on the moon?
I think so.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, so a moon fairy. Do you plan on? Are you gonna go like live 2D first, or or PNG first?
Good question. I think PNG probably. It's
okay.
very
I mean, it's
expensive
cheaper
and tough to get.
Yeah. Now, do you have like a character sheet of what your model looks like yet, or you have no idea?
No, not yet, but I do draw, so.
So you already know. Okay, so you got an idea.
Yeah.
So you can put your ideas. I mean, so you already got an edge.
Yeah, I will try.
You already got the edge of learning what you want to do, or what you want your model to look like.
I mean, it's a draft.
I mean, yeah, it's better than nothing. So what got you wanting to do VTubing?
Honestly, I love the concept of having a channel, but not showing yourself, but also having a persona which represents you, and you can just be anything you want. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. You could definitely be anything you want. I mean, you got scared to death when you saw me. You're like, wow, she's pretty, and then all of a sudden I said, hey, how's it going? You're like, oh my god, like is my speakers messing up? That's probably your reaction.
Yeah, I was like, where am I?
Like we in the Twilight Zone. All right.
Yeah.
Now, what's your favorite food?
Oh, my favorite food. It's pretty basic, but pizza probably.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Love pizza.
Yeah. Pizza is
all right.
great.
Well, okay. Well, hopefully it goes well for you. And
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah. Good. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So take your time. You're not gonna be an overnight
Yeah, of
success
course.
overnight. Freaking Iron Mouse didn't get that. Iron Mouse didn't come a success overnight. It took her a while.
That's for sure.
All right. Well,
Thank you.
Well, you have a nice one now.
You too.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye now. Scaring people with the voice again. It's like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that voice. Like, wait a minute now. Wait. Why does this guy sound like that? Come on. This is funny, yo. Come on. It's hilarious, man. All right. Do we want to do one more? All right, Moon Fairy. That was Moon Fairy. That was number 30 for today. I believe that was 30. Okay, so but we're gonna I was gonna say we're gonna raid in the Musical Fox, so we might raid into her. She's doing commissions right now. So all right. There's like literally 5 people left. There's not that many people on. I've been on for about 3 hours now. So we might end it here. But I appreciate anybody that came in here and wanted to say hi and stop by and wanted to watch the show. And I appreciate anybody that comes in here. Anybody that comes to my streams, I really appreciate it. So I think we're done for today. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. So all right, that's the end of the show. It was a fun little show here today. Yeah, a little fun one. All right, where are we at? Where we at? Okay, so all right, but yeah, well, that was fun. We are gonna raid into Musical Fox, but be sure to follow. Hold on, let me double check here. Follow Naira if you want stained glass art. Gotta give a shout out to. Yeah, sorry, Hex. Yeah, you're a little late, but I might stream a little bit offline. I'm not. I mean, yeah. I apologize, Hex. You came in just in time for the end. We will be back Thursday, I believe. No, Friday. I might do Thursday streams, but hey, be sure to check me out. I might just do a random stream and nobody will know. But for the most part, my next stream will be Friday. I'll probably be doing more City of Heroes. Definitely do more City of Heroes or a game of my choosing. I don't know, but yeah, City of Heroes. I'm having a whole lot of fun with that game. But I'll try to catch you, Hex. Thank you to Van2 for the follow. Shout out to Indecisive Voice and SPD Jug 38 for the follow. Appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. We will see you all Friday or Thursday. Don't know yet, but be sure to tune in. Hopefully you'll be here. See you next time. Until next time, I'm Cara Carousel. Toodles.